What's going on, Landy boy?
Not much. What's up with you, Tomboy?
Here filming episode 23 of the podcast. Michael Jordan would be so proud. Just wait till we
You
come
took the
back at
words.
45.
You took the word right out of my mouth.
I had a feeling you
I
were going
mean,
to say something sports related. I had to beat you to it. I had to get that sports knowledge out there, you know?
one of the most common facts ever. Jordan wore 2030. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm proud of you though.
Hey, speaking of sports facts, I'm going to take no time jumping into kind of what we're doing today, even though you're still setting it up. So me and
Yeah.
Landon were watching AEW yesterday. They had a match. I don't remember where, but we were watching it. I was in Arizona. It
Right.
was it Revolution versus Dynamite? It was
It was just dynamite. Just
okay,
dynamite.
okay. Well, anyways, it was a pretty good match, and there was one girl there that I was like, man, she got to weigh like 170 pounds. Landon was like, yeah, 178, not bad. And I went, Landon, you got to make a power slide of like just random wrestling women and give me a full body picture and their height, and I have to guess their weight.
Women. Oh, women.
I did say women, yes.
Oh no.
Did
Was there
you?
like two women the entire thing?
Damn it.
Oh no. Should I take the women out, do just men, and then
No,
cooking up a
just
women's
roll with
one
it.
for
Just roll
after?
with it.
I can take the two women out of this one so far, and then I can cook up an entirely different women's one for later on.
We'll do that.
If you want to do that,
Okay.
okay. We'll take the ladies out of this, or I can just leave the ladies in as like a bonus, and then do nothing but women next time.
All right, we'll
Whatever
do
you
that.
want.
We'll do that.
Okay. I don't feel like going through and renumbering like half the slide.
Okay. So anyways, so I said to do it with women. I guess I guess that part got lost in translation.
I don't remember you saying women at all. I just remember saying like make a slideshow with a bunch of the wrestlers and like give us their height and I guess their weight.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I was like, you should get a bunch of like wrestling women and make like a PowerPoint with them and just give me like a full body picture and their height, and I'll try to guess their weight. And we gotta see like how many of them I can get like dead on, because I was so close to that one chick, Megan, whatever her name was.
Megan Bain.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess we're
I don't know
doing
Megan
dudes
Bain.
today, but that's all right.
And a couple ladies. We'll give the women some love too,
All right.
because they're already in here.
If you have Jamie
Uh,
Hayter on there, I already know. Oh, hold on.
I'm doing WWE for this one. I can add some AW ones in to double up the length of the slideshow.
Do it however you want to do it, but while we're here, I'm gonna show off my card collection. I got my Jamie
Oh
Hayter
boy!
cards a couple days ago, and this is the first video we've
Uh,
recorded since.
gonna look at these while take a break from working the slideshow.
All right.
Now I already saw the ones you posted on your story, but we'll
Well,
get a full
that's all
in-depth
of them,
review
but
here.
yeah. So first we've got. Let's see what is this one from? This is from 2023. This is Jamie Hayter with her women's champion belt right there. Pretty nice card. This one's from I believe 2024. I don't know. This one's from 2022 right here. Her again holding a belt, quite hot. All right, gotta say. Then we've got this card, which I mean, 10 out of 10 picture, and has a piece of the mat in the ring or in the card. I mean,
I put the mat in a very unfortunate spot, but
yeah. Uh, and
we're
then
not the most important
back of
part
the
of the
card's
picture.
got some facts. Actually, these got some facts on the back too, if y'all care about those. Not that you can read them because it's flipped, but we got probably my personal favorite card here. I mean, Jamie is just absolutely beautiful on this card. We got this one right here, wearing the belt, coming out looking glorious. Love that one. We got this one right here, no belt, but looking pretty nice. My favorite part of the picture
Oh,
is how
gee.
defined her delts and triceps are, like the arms and shoulders, dude. So defined in that picture. We got what I assume is the exact same moment in time, just from a different angle. Still a pretty hot picture. And then we got this one, which it's pretty nice. I like it. And I noticed something actually. Throughout time, her weight has changed a little bit. They have it on a couple of the cards here. I want to find it. So let's see, in 2020, well, okay, so November 3rd, 2021, she was 5'8", weighed in at 138. Okay. In every subsequent fight since, she has weighed in at 5'8", either 143 or 144. So she did put on a few pounds since joining AEW.
Yeah, but those pounds went straight to Tommy Boy.
The gluteus maximus.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The glute.
Yeah.
The upper back thigh, if you will.
Yes, sir.
I mean, no shame in that.
Yeah. So that was very cool, and I can't wait to get these signed by her.
Now, speaking of Jamie Hayter, do you mind to tell them the FBI mission that we went on yesterday that I blew wide open in the span of like 2 minutes?
I was thinking about that actually just before the show, and if we were going to talk about that, because, Jamie herself lives a pretty private life, so I don't know if that's the kind of thing that we just want to expose to the world,
Okay, we won't say the name. We won't say the name of whatever it was. We'll just
I won't
mention it. I'm gonna
hold
the glare here.
I won't mention too many details at all, but I'll go over roughly what we found. So, yeah, me and Landy Boy, we were talking, and we were like, I wonder if like, how to start. So we were talking about, we left a couple comments on like some of Jamie Hayter's posts on like Instagram, and she never replied to. Yeah, so and she never replied to them. But she doesn't reply to any comments on Instagram or really do anything seemingly personal except for like cross-post AEW stuff with like a few pictures of her put in between. So we were like, I wonder if she has a personal Instagram or just like any other social medias. And we found a couple actually. And the only reason we managed to connect the dots was because in one picture she had a piercing right here on the bottom of her lip, and in a picture on her Instagram she had 2 holes in her lip right where that piercing would have been, and so we kind of connected the dots and figured that Landon connected the dots and figured out that from this one old picture on one of her personal Instagrams that it was in fact Jamie Hayter. Yeah, total FBI level work, and I don't know, is it weird that we went that far to find it? I mean, we didn't go that far, honestly. I looked something up, and it was the very first thing that came up. But yeah.
I mean, it's just a little odd, but is there anything we do for this show, or even outside the show, that's not really strange?
No, I mean, in the realm of weirdness, finding a celebrity's personal Instagram is the least weird thing we've done.
Yeah, I mean, in our defense, we had obvious questions. This is something a lot of people do, is look up old social medias of celebrities. So
yeah, it's just that this
people,
one had 3 followers. It was like, how do we find this?
I mean, I still don't know how you found it. That was quite incredible.
I'm not going to say for the people because I don't want them finding it and, blowing up Jamie's personal Instagram page, but
she probably hasn't logged into in 15 years.
Yeah, I doubt she even remembers the password or knows it exists anymore, but, I'd rather not. But yeah, I just, I looked something up and it was like, oh, there it is.
I was doing it like mathematically, like, okay, this guy here who's, like this post, and it looks like it's him in the past in a picture with who appears to be Jamie. His name has 96 in it. This could have been a couple in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Jamie Hayter was born in 1995. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going FBI level on it. I was like, it kind of looks like her. It's probably her. That was what I had to go on.
I was born in 96. hypothetically, then he could have dated a chick born in '95. They look to be about the same age. They look.
Chow milk.
He looks British. Out that water. Oh man, like fantastic FBI level work for both of us, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody could have connected the dots as fast as us regarding Jamie Hayter of all people. But you know,
Yeah, and Jamie, if you see this, which
we're sorry.
I don't think you will, because I'm pretty sure only one person from AEW is aware of our existence. Genuinely, I'll get into that. But Jamie, if you're seeing this
Oh, what?
and you feel like it's an invasion of privacy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to be, anyways. So
No, explain that part.
So in one of our videos, we showed some content from AEW, and it got flagged as copyright, but it wasn't a copyright strike. And if they have a bot copyright it, it's automatically a strike. If a person manually goes in and selects where their content is being used, but says that they're not after monetary gain from it and they'll let it be used, it only tells you as the creator that it's been copyrighted. And that's exactly what happened. In one of our videos, I got a copyright not strike. I just a copyright notice that someone from AEW was like, hey, you're using our content, it's fine, just don't show too much of it.
Did they like actually leave that comment on there?
No, but that's basically how YouTube explained it to me when I emailed and asked them about it.
Oh, okay, so like, is it from the vlog?
No, it was from episode 16, the one after. Because we showed some of the match from the
16.
YouTube channel, and that was technically televised content, yeah. But they don't care that we were sharing that portion of it.
With Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
They know. How do they find it? We have like 2 average, viewers that aren't us.
Well, you know how Dollywood has employees that literally scroll Facebook for bad reviews so they can like fix the problem? I'm sure AEW has something like that where they're like just looking for anything about AEW online to make sure that it like goes with the brand, so that they would have saw that we had like AEW in the title and would have been like, all right, well, where are they talking about it in here? Okay, here, whatever.
All right.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to copyright the vlog because I took that footage at an event I paid to go to, so I have legal publishing rights for that content specifically. But because we showed their actual YouTube video, they were just like, hey, don't show too much of that, but like shout out you.
All right. So as we're saying though, I've got 15 now from WWE. Do you want me to add a few from AEW, or do you want me to do AEW next? You can get some more women in it.
It's up to you.
I mean, it's up to you. Do you think 15 is too little or just right?
Man, I think your 15 is just right.
Well, not 15 millimeters?
15 quadrillimeters?
15 meter? I don't know if that's a thing.
Kilometers?
That would be kilometers. A 15 kilometer.
Schlong.
Shout out Megan Bain though, again, man.
Yeah, that was a good ass match. Also, I had no idea she was 6'1". That's crazy.
Megan Bain has my whole heart. I don't like. I know I've talked about my wrestling crushes on here before with like Liv Morgan or Thea Hale or whatever, but Megan Bain, bro, just figured out who she was last night. But I love you, Megan Bain. I think what I'll do is maybe in the next episode do just all women.
Okay.
If I can remember to make one. And then, maybe the episode after that, or maybe even later in that episode, I can do all AEW and have like mix. Have like a super AEW one.
Okay.
As for now, we'll do the 15 from WWE, see how it goes. There, alright.
Okay.
Go, guess wrestler's height based on weights. Gonna show the sidebar on there, so just like don't pay any attention to it because it's got the weights listed on the little sidebar where it has all the slides listed, if that makes any sense. So just like cover your eyes for just one moment, Tommy boy.
Okay, I'll look down. Well, I think I gotta open the stream,
A-
but
Hey, give me 1 second to go into present mode.
gotcha, gotcha.
Okay, now we're good. Now, now
Okay,
we're good. Now we're presenting.
it's still loading, so that's fine.
Okay.
Tommy Boy guesses wrestler weights based on heights. Okay. Let's see.
And then it says gets within 5 pounds over or under to get a point. So
Yeah.
basically, if hypothetically, say there's a wrestler that weighs 212 pounds, if you guess 217 or 207, basically you'll get it right. So you have like a 10-pound kind of little grace period right there, if that makes any sense. You ready?
Gotcha. So ready.
These are in alphabetical order. Starting off with Austin Fury, who's 6'1". I'll give you a few different angles, a few different shots from the past couple years.
I'm gonna say at 6'1", he looks like a sweltering 235.
235 is the guess. He is 220.
Damn. That's lighter
Before,
than I thought.
yeah, he's a lot. Next up, we have Carmelo Hayes at 5'10".
You know, he's got pretty small pecs, so I'm gonna guess he's in. I mean, well, he has to be in the ones because he's 5'10", but like is 180 a lot? Like if he had like Swerve Strickland pecs, I'd say like 190, but like he doesn't. So I'm thinking 175. Final answer.
275 is the final answer.
What?
He is 210.
He does not look 210.
He's 210, according to Google. Next, we got Ethan Page at 6'2".
Alright, so based on what I figured out from the last 2 rounds, this guy could be 50 pounds or 350 pounds.
He is not 350. I'll give you that.
You know what? He's only an inch taller than the other guy and not that much more built, so I'm gonna say he's also 220.
He's 225, which means you do indeed get the point, Tommy Boy, for being within 5. Right at the limit. I've got Ilya Dragunov at 5'10". A Russian dude, I'm pretty sure.
He's like a skinny fat 5'10". So he could be packing some on. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say 200 dead on.
200 dead on. He is 210.
Damn.
Yeah. So far you are 1 for 4.
Yeah.
Here's one of the 2 women that I put in here. I was yeah. Anyway, we got Jade Cargill at 5'10".
5. Let's see. 6'1", 180. I'm gonna say 5'10", 170.
She is 160.
Damn.
And okay, we got L.A. Knight at 6'1".
Dude, I'm within 10 pounds every time.
So just like take your actual guess and be like, whether they look bigger or smaller, adjust it by 5 pounds. Genius plan.
Oh, that means
L.A.
I'd
Knight.
have to say, like, I would say 230, but I think he could be a little heavier, so safe bet would be 240.
240 is the final answer.
Sure.
It's 229.
God.
230 would have been what you did on. We got Omos at 7'3", and I had to include that middle picture for reference.
I can't see him yet.
Oh,
Whenever I get there, I'll make a guess. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
7'3" is. God damn.
He's Nigerian.
Yeah. Yeah, that middle picture, man. That's scary.
Yeah.
I know a guy that's like 6'8", 300, and he does not look fat at all. Like he looks like the same kind of build as this guy. So I'm thinking you add like 6 inches to that. This guy's got to be like, I don't know, 360.
360 is the answer. Way off. He is 403 pounds.
Whoa!
Yeah, he's massive. We got
Damn.
Randy Orton. We got Randall Keith Orton at 6'5".
285.
He's 250.
Damn.
And I just realized I think I forgot to put a picture for him inside here. Oops.
That's alright.
Number 9, we got Sheamus, 6'3".
Oh man, we looked up Sheamus's weight during WrestleMania. Or well, they showed his weight during WrestleMania. He's 255 if I remember right.
267.
Damn.
Hey, 1 for 9 so far.
Yeah, I suck at
At this
this.
point, we got number 10, Solo Sikoa, one of Roman Reigns' 8 million cousins who's in the WWE. I'm quite sure half the WWE is related to Roman Reigns.
And The Rock. Yeah.
And this guy, technically.
You know, Samoans always weigh a stone's more than they look. And I mean stone is in like a unit of measurement. So I'm gonna say this guy's like 230.
You say he's 230. He is 250 on the dot.
Oh my god, I'm terrible.
Here's the second chick. I had to put in, like I was mentioning, one of my wrestling crushes. I love you, Thea Hale.
Mm-hmm.
5'2".
Shit, there's no way she's breaking 140, so I'm gonna have to say. Let's see. I had a girlfriend that was 5'1" once, but she was like 90 pounds and was like half this size, so.
He's like muscular 5'2".
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want to say like 140 and be like way over, but I don't want to say 125 and be way under.
Remember, it's disrespectful to call a woman fat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she looks like a healthy 135.
125.
God damn it.
Congratulations, you just called a woman fatter than she looks. Thea, for reference, I think you look quite in shape. If you're seeing Thea, I think you look like a solid 110. Next we got Tommaso Ciampa at 5'11".
195. He's pretty skinny.
198, you got it. You
Hell
got it
yeah.
within 5, so out within 3. We got Trick Williams at 6'4".
Shit. The man. He's got ginormous legs, and legs weigh a lot. 280.
40.
Damn.
Number 14, Tyler Bate at 5'7". This guy's dating Sol Ruka.
How?
Yeah.
190.
174.
God damn, that dude's light.
Hey. This to go. If you get this right, you'll be 3 for 15. You'll at least have, something going for
Is
you.
that 5%, right?
Wesley at 5'9".
Man, if the picture. Okay, no, I want to weigh him with and without the dreads. Like, those gotta add like 8 pounds to him. Alright, so I gotta think of a weight plus a couple pounds for the hair. 5'9" though, that's such a weird height. I feel like as a man you shouldn't be 5'9". You should either be like 5'6" or 5'11". Like there shouldn't be any in between. 189.
is 159.
Damn it.
Thank you for playing, Tommy Boy. I mean,
I
two
did
for
terribly.
15. You did 2 for 15. You're constantly 60 pounds off, or 30 pounds off, or maybe even 20 pounds off. Maybe even 10 pounds off.
I was like
But hey.
10 to 15 most of the time.
And then you see Omaz, this big 7 foot tall, 7'3", actually, 400 pound. You're like 360.
Yeah. I dog. I didn't think a person could just weigh 400 pounds like that.
I mean, he's jacked.
Yeah, but that's just outrageous.
I I think I think you did about how I expected you to. Maybe a little worse than I expected you to. But some of these guys are pretty deceiving with their looks.
Look, if the challenge was to be within 10 pounds, I would have got like 9 out of 15.
Yeah. But see, out of 5 pounds, whatever, a lot more challenging.
Yeah. I think I'll get the women like pretty bang on though.
Man, I would Thea Hell bang on. Ayo.
Hey.
Ayo. Thea Hell, if you're watching, I'm sorry that was disgusting. I hope I did not offend you. Or and Thea Hell, if you're watching this and that did offend you, I am sorry. I would do anything for you, Thea.
Yeah, shout out the Hale, shout out Megan Vane, shout out Jamie Hayter.
Shout out Bo, shout out Larry, shout out Christy, shout out Tajikistan, shout out
Chicken Burger, shout out
Jalen, shout out
Briscoshi.
Sean, shout out KFC, Australian KFC girl. You have my heart still to this day if you're over 18. Try to get all of these out of the way like always.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Kenny Omega, shout out Will Ospreay, shout out Bob,
Yeah.
shout out my parents, shout out McChicken, shout out United States Hockey for
Okay.
they've done. I don't know when they're playing again, maybe tonight, but
Speaking of your parents, have they given any more opinion on the trip?
I've not spoken to them about it since a couple days ago. I will upon completing this episode, I will ask, be like, maybe explain what you mentioned to me.
Yeah. So for those who are unaware, which is all of you because none of you were there for the PlayStation chat.
Yeah.
I was talking to Landon and he was like, my mom doesn't want me to go because she doesn't want me to spend the money. And I'm like, well, look, Landon, I'm
No,
Mr.
I'm an
Moneybags
adult.
over here, Mr. Scrooge McDuck. All right, I swan dive into gold coins. Just tell her I'll pay
Eugene
for it.
Crab.
Yeah, tell her I'll pay for it. And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, if push comes to shove, you can let her talk to me, and I'll be like, hello, Miss Landon's mom. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm Landon's friend with the 125 IQ. I'm the smartest host on the Unqualified Show. Uh, I have this whole trip planned out. It's already paid for. Everything's booked. We just gotta go. And then she's gonna be like, all right.
But it's not already booked.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that. If I'm like,
And
look,
if she might.
if I'm like, look, I'm taking someone. All right, I got everything planned out. I'm going to New York and then Massachusetts and then Boston and back here, and I'm taking someone with, and it goddamn better be your son.
I listen. If you want to try that, if you want to test it, we can test it.
I mean, I feel like that's gonna be like a final resort, but you know, again, if push comes to shove, and I gotta be like, look, I got a 125 IQ. It's fine. I thought all of it out ahead of time. Then we'll make that work.
Cut my life in 2 pieces. This is my last resort.
Suffocation,
I
no
mean,
breathing. I don't give a fuck if my balls are screaming.
we could try it.
Yeah, I mean, absolute worst case scenario, you just gotta be like, oh well, and go.
I would, I would love to go. I would love to.
Landon, what is she gonna do if she wakes up and you're in New York? She's gonna go, oh no, he's in New York. Guess I'll see him in a week.
Chance. Fair chance.
Just saying, because I mean, the train leaves like 1:30 in the morning, so and we gotta
Are
be
we taking
in.
a train up to New York?
Yeah, we gotta go to like Alcoa, Georgia, or something. Or it's not Alcoa.
Oh
It's
wow.
like Alcaca or something. It has a weird name. And then yeah, that goes up to New York.
We go down to Georgia to go back up north.
Yeah, because they don't have any uh what do you call it, coastal routes in Tennessee.
Gotcha.
See, basically the only way to the coast from Tennessee is directly over a mountain, and they don't want to tunnel through a mountain or make a train go over a mountain. So instead, you go down to Georgia and then you just go around the mountains and up the coast. Also,
All right.
while we were discussing the what do you call it, the spreadsheet I made, uh, we were talking about planes and how I didn't want to take a plane because there's been so many plane crashes. And you said there's more plane crashes at this point last year than there was this year. So I did a little
Correct.
diving into that, and that statistic is a little bit skewed. Okay, it is technically
January of 2024. In January of 2024, I have the map pulled up right here. 80 accidents. In January 2025, 62. In
right.
January of 2024, 93. February of 2024, 93. In February of 2025, thus far, 26.
Right. So I looked into the statistic and it's a little bit skewed. The That's the number of total plane crashes, which involves like two planes bumping each other, taxiing on the tarmac, or like hitting a light pole and like tearing a piece off the wing, but nothing bad actually happening. There have been, it's just under twice as many fatal plane accidents this year as there was last year. So there have been way more people dying on planes than there was the year before. There's just less planes having incidents overall.
A win is a win in my book. Less accidents.
Yeah. I mean, also, Boeing fucking murdered that whistleblower. So, I'd rather just not take the chance.
So, how long would a train ride from whatever that place in Georgia is to New York be?
About 11
You said we're
hours.
leaving from where? Yeah, you said we're leaving from where?
Let me figure that out because I don't remember the name of it.
Oh,
It's,
how much would a train ticket be?
man, somewhere in Georgia. What's that town name?
It's a phenomenal question. I'm asking you that.
I know, and I'm looking. It's like, it's not Atlanta. It's not Alpharetta. Oh
Is
man, it's in Toccoa.
Toccoa. How
T O
is that?
C
T
C
A
O A.
C O N. Oh, Toccoa, Toccoa, Georgia. So it's going to be a nearly 4-hour drive to get down to Toccoa,
What? 4 hours to?
and then it's going
Nah, not to Toccoa.
to. Yeah, Toccoa, Georgia. It says it's 3 hours and 55 minutes away.
Oh, maybe from your house. I'm a little closer.
Yeah, but it's going to be a 2-man road trip, isn't it? 2-man job.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was looking at my map and it's like 3 hours, and I was like, no, it ain't that far, but yeah, I gotta go an hour the other way to get you.
Oops. Yeah, that's a pretty important factor. With Georgia to New York City rain. So, what time would we be leaving to catch a 1 a.m. train?
Shit, like 10 p.m. Or no, it'd be like 8:30. We'd have to leave to like get there before the train gets there.
And we'd probably have to stop for food or a snack or something at some point.
Yeah, who knows?
Man,
You know, okay, you know what I'd rather do? I'd rather have like my grandpa drop us off there so that first of all I don't have to pay for a week of parking in the Amtrak parking lot.
right.
And
Okay.
then he can drop us off there at like I don't know, like 9 or something. And then, he won't be driving till like 5 in the morning to get home. He'll get home at like 1 in the morning instead, and we can like hang out, get a meal, watch a movie, and then catch the train.
Watch a movie at 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
get
Right.
get
I like
freaky
it.
in the back of the theater.
The fastest train from Toccoa to Moynihan Train Hall at Penn Station today is 16 hours and 19 minutes.
Okay, the one I said 11 and a half, so I'm gonna go with that.
We'd be leaving on the April the 5th, probably, right? Not 5th, but 4th.
I think I had it set for the third, and then
3rd.
we leave on the third, get there on the third, immediately crash in the hotel, wake up on the fourth, spend 2 days in New York, get down to Philly on the sixth for the show, spend, a day or two there, get down to Baltimore, spend the night there, see the show the next day, whatever. Yeah, it's not too bad.
4 hours longer than one you said.
Hold on, that's multiple trains. Yeah, there's a change there. The one I had was just direct.
One with 0 changes is longer somehow.
Okay, that's
A
all.
train journey from Atlanta to New York is 18 hours on average.
Yeah, but Atlanta's, quite a bit south from Toccoa.
Is this Amtrak? It's Amtrak. I want to see onboard Amtrak train. Let's see what I want to like. What are we going to be spending? You know,
Nothing too
13,
nice.
14 plus hours in.
Basically a
We're gonna
moving
be
prison
sitting.
cell.
the, the image tab won't even load. It doesn't want me to see onboard Amtrak.
Yeah.
You're joking? Wow. That's how bad it is. Where it doesn't even want to show me the image. Just looking at the images of an Amtrak train are going to be terrifying. Here we go. You said like literally moving prison cell. This doesn't look half bad in some of these.
Yeah, I mean, those are like promotional pictures,
Now
though.
this looks like a prison. This does look like a prison.
Yeah, and that's actually what you get to sleep on.
Oh, there's not enough room to lay down.
That's the bed.
So, that's not what you get to lay down on.
I think you can pay extra for those. It's like a first class
I mean,
seat.
for as long as the train ride is, we probably need something like that.
Yeah, but it's worth 4 times the price.
That's better than sleeping on one of or whatever those things are.
I'd sleep on a cot to save $800.
Do they provide food at least?
If you pay for it.
Can you at least bring your own food on?
They're not gonna know if you do.
A let's say food while on board Amtrak. Oh, there's a whole like menu.
Yeah.
You can get an exquisite selection such as a plain bagel, a literal Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl, a probably Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich,
Yeah.
probably the worst coffee you'll ever have in your life,
Mm-hmm.
and a blueberry muffin that may or may not actually have,
All
been sitting out
for
for
the low, low
multiple
price
weeks.
of $28.99 plus tax, fees, title documents, signing, closing costs, and a second mortgage, and whatever else they include in there.
The worst looking pizza you'll ever see. A burger that's probably only cooked well done. Like you cannot request it to be cooked medium or medium well or however you like your burgers done. Nope, it has to be fully charred, well done. I don't even know what those are. A hot dog, and then mac and cheese that is probably disgusting.
Yeah.
And this is Surfliners on board food and beverages. I mean, that's a little bit better.
I don't feel
'Cause
like
at least
there's
there's a
enough
cooler.
room in a train to have that. Like, I feel like the space between the guy taking the picture and the guy in the picture is wider than the train.
Like you got to think like realistically, if you're sitting inside of a train, you probably got like 8 feet from wall to wall, if that.
Yeah. Like, it's a little wider than an F-150.
Right, probably like a little bit wider than this RV I'm sitting in.
Yeah. Probably just as wide,
That's the
honestly.
thing. I mean, like I'm okay. So you all are now against the wall. That is the opposite wall. That's what's beside me. This is gonna go down some like lost media. What's beside Landy Boy? But yeah, it's probably like a foot or two wider than
Dude,
this RV
wait
here.
till you have some crazy stalker that figures out the model of your microwave and which RVs use that, and then they're gonna go on Google Street View and look for your exact RV up and down every street in Seymour till they find it.
Well, yeah, you've just really narrowed their search down now to an RV in a small little Tennessee town.
It's not like you haven't said it before.
Fair play, fair play. I'm pretty sure it says the street name in the AEW vlog, so it's gonna happen eventually.
I, it may or may not. I tried to beep it.
I think we were talking over it,
Yeah.
fortunately enough. I'm not gonna come out here and say my entire address, or street name, or show you what my house looks like, but just
1642
know
Walnut
it's
Drive. No.
hold on, let me. My address is hold on one moment 732 Boys Creek Highway 37865 yeah.
Okay.
That joke can't get me in trouble, can it? That's the high school address for the town of Seymour.
Uh,
Saying public information can't get me in trouble.
no, I don't think saying you live at a high school can get you in trouble.
I mean, I think saying the address of a high school too is not going to get me in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could just
Yeah.
read off any address you see on maps. Like, that's public information. Just like
Alright,
it's
so
it's
like if I want to,
technically legal to record into someone's house as long as you're standing on the street because it's viewable from public property.
so like if I were to read off, uh, you see, 501 West, wait, 501 W South Street. That doesn't mean anything.
No, just like you said, my name is Walter Hartwell
Monroe.
White. I live at 308 Negro Royal Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
So saying 501 W South Street, Woodstock, Illinois, doesn't affect the podcast at all.
Oh god damn it! I just realized what that is. I was like,
You didn't recognize it?
well, because there's this one guy that, like, way before we started the podcast, back when I was trying to get famous on Instagram, this is before I even met you. There's this one guy that I would constantly dox on my Instagram, who lived
Is it
in
Scott?
Woodstock. No. Scott lives in Florida. It was this different
Aw.
guy that I used to be friends with, and then he admitted to doing some deeds with a minor, and yeah, we're not friends anymore. So after that, I used to like in like every other video, I just randomly be like Alex Dominguez, and I just like read his address out. And I thought you were like about to read his address, and I was like, how do you know that? And then I thought about it, I was like, wait, West, wait a second, that's my high school.
If this website will load, I got something I want to share with the people.
I can't wait to see what that is.
I hope and pray that this is what I'm looking for. No,
Dude.
me and my HP, Intel, whatever,
Intel
just
Pentium.
refuses to load
Yeah.
anything. Intel Pentium, yeah.
Dude, I'm surprised YouTube doesn't flag our videos for me doing this, because normally if like you make a video just about doing this, they will 100% either take the video down or like shadow ban it and demonetize it. But they don't ever mention it when I do it on here, because I do it so late into the episodes.
Or maybe it's because you don't have a big enough viewership to warrant getting videos taken down yet.
That or like maybe it's not the main focus of the content, so they could give a shit less.
Okay. You got something for us, Tommy boy.
Alright, let's see it, or hear it.
I'm sharing it right now.
Alright, let me pull it up.
This man has been mentioned quite a few times on the show, I believe. It's supposed to be loading in right now.
Okay.
Who knows how long that could take?
A couple hours, maybe?
I'm looking at it as we speak.
I can't wait to see who you're talking about, because I'm trying to think of people I mention on here a lot.
I don't know if you've mentioned him here a lot, but I know we've mentioned him on here a couple times. Indeed. Indeed.
I can't wait for it to load so I can see it.
I can't wait either. This is taking way too long. Oh man, Here it is. Is this him, Tommy boy? Oh, it's not?
Not him.
Oh.
That's
You see the
hilarious,
name?
though. Yeah. That is hilarious, but no, it's not him.
So who is this? The Scott How you're speaking of? By the way, this guy sucks. If I can find this guy's address, I would tell you to go egg his house, but you know, his address is not listed.
Honestly, damn. The fact that
Oh, he's got a lot of charges.
those probably all have to. Oh wait, hold on. Can you scroll back up? I didn't read the dates on those. Oh
2012.
no, they're all from the same date, so that all has to do with one case. Like those are all different crimes he committed in the process of trying to meeting one child.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Or no, actually that might be two different cases because there's two different court numbers. So you got the 3501, the 3517. So that's probably two cases. He tried to meet two children, and that's the different things. I don't know. I don't know how Florida law works. Anyways, no, that's not him. This guy's like 18 or 19.
The biggest of anti-shoutouts to this guy.
Yeah, I can't believe there's another Scott Howe in Florida who did the same crime as the one that I know.
I wonder, Can you search and find another Scott Howe?
If you actually found the guy I'm thinking of, that'd be crazy because I don't think he was convicted.
Oh, he wasn't?
I don't think. I don't think so.
That's, that would suck if he didn't get convicted. How would you find out who the Scott Howe guy is, by the way? Not the one that we just showed, but the one that you always talk about.
So, like I said, when I was trying to get famous on Instagram, well, I guess not when, but I was trying to get famous on Instagram for a while. And, there was this one guy that followed me who I'm still friends with to this day. Shout out Tony. And he was friends with Scott at one point, and then Scott did the thing, and they weren't friends anymore. And he told me about it, and I told him about Alex, and so like that was something we bonded over. Was just shitting on each other's friends that turned out to be POs. Yeah.
Okay, I'm.
And dude, Scott's so weird. Like he'll like randomly add me to a group chat, and he'll be like, "Don't be weird, dude." And I'm like, Scott molested a 9-year-old boy at a Chuck E. Cheese. And everyone's like, what the fuck, Scott?
Is that a Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah. And then they're all like, what the fuck, Scott, you fucking weirdo. And then like he gets angry at me and I'm like, dude, you keep putting me in these group chats, I don't want to talk to you. Like, of course I'm gonna tell everyone.
Scott Howe, offender type. Would be predator. Offender status.
What's the difference?
I think predator is dealing with minors. I think offender is dealing with like just in general.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You know, whenever they did To Catch Predator with Chris Hansen, it was just like people trying to meet, fake minors. Offender status, we'll just go ahead and put in everything. I don't think he's deceased. We'll keep that away. But yeah, select all, and then just check off deported, deceased. Because I don't think he'd be deported.
No, he's American.
Search. Okay, so no, the only Scott Howe in Florida to be charged of a predatorial crime
track
is
offender,
Scott Howe.
offender, see what that does. Oh. You gotta request it from them? That's lame.
Should I request it?
It's gonna take a few weeks. Because it's a FOIA request.
Man. It sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that FOIA requests exist, but they take so damn long. Although, so when you submit a FOIA request, a Freedom of Information Act, someone in the government somewhere has to literally stop what they're doing the moment they get it and go collect every single file known to man about a person and every case related to them, and they have to make a copy and send it to you. Wow. Yeah, it's quite a good thing if you want to, like, do a real deep dive on someone who's, like, been through the legal system. You can just be like, yep, FOIA on this person, and you get a stack of papers in the mail. Or an email.
I just know that the moment they start making all those documentaries about that guy that shot the healthcare CEO, they're gonna be swamped with requests.
Oh yeah,
it's like months and months of every single day. Luigi Mangione requests.
Dude, I wonder. I bet the Houston police office or police department has been getting so many FOIA requests on JFK since Trump put the fuck, what do you call it, what's this fucking executive order? Yeah, he put the executive order out to make a plan for the JFK release. I've had so many people with an email, and I'm like, drop the files, we know what you got.
Man, I think you could make a pretty good episode about a JFK conspiracy theory.
I'm literally waiting for the documents to come out. Like, that's been something that they've literally every like 20 years they've kicked it back another 20 years, and it's been one of those things like, alright, it's never coming out. And then Trump's like, you got 45 days to tell me exactly how you're going to release every single file related to JFK. I can't wait. Like, whenever those files come out, I'm making a whole 3-hour episode about that.
Ooh, and
We're
I'm just
we're
gonna
just
sit
gonna
here with my
yeah,
popcorn.
we're just gonna sit here and read the JFK files for 3 hours.
That's gonna be a great episode. I don't want to make an episode all about like not a full episode, but like maybe an hour long segment of an episode dedicated to how Kurt Cobain did not kill himself.
Dude, absolutely. You got to get some conspiracies in.
Hey, listen, I may have breezed over these points in an episode before, but like I've done some very minimal research, and I've come to the conclusion that Kurt Cobain did not, kill himself. He did not commit sewer slide, as the cool kids would say.
I did a little bit of research into
It
it at
was
one
done
time.
by Courtney Love.
And the angle of the blood spray and the shot, and how he would have had to position the gun, like, so much of it just doesn't make sense, and he would have had to have been in such a weird position to shoot himself that way that he wouldn't have ended up in the position he was found in. So either Courtney moved him, or he didn't shoot himself that way, or the absolute
I
weirdest
saw
series of events
something.
in a suicide ever happened. So, if you look into
Yeah.
all the actually declassified documents about that, you'll see some real obvious evidence.
The only point I'm going to make outside of the actual presentation that I may or may not end up making is that there are reports, whatever that I've read, saying that the shell got ejected, or whatever the casing from
Hmm.
whatever was supposed to kill him, got ejected on the opposite side of where it was supposed to have when it was facing him when he
Yeah.
shot himself. Like, say, like, if he's holding it this way, he pulls the trigger, it's supposed to shoot out, like, say, this side, right? But then they found it all the way over here on this side
So
of his body.
here's actually, I have a shotgun here. Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So let me just say, the shell ejected. Like, that's not questioned, right? The
That's
shell
how
was
guns
found
work,
out.
I assume.
Okay. The shell was found outside the gun, correct?
Correct.
And it was a pump action. Sorry. Pump action shotgun, correct?
Sure.
Here's the thing. The shell does not eject on a pump action shotgun. You rack it in, it comes
Ooh.
from the tube down here, slides in. You've got a solid piece of metal holding it in here, a solid piece of metal holding it in here. When you pull the trigger, it shoots all the gas pressure from the what do you call it, the gunpowder, shoots the projectile out, right? On a normal semi-automatic gun, you've got a gas rail that comes and shoots the bolt back, and it uses a lot of the extra pressure. Shotguns don't do that because you have to pull the slide open and put the next round in manually. The shell does not eject when you shoot a pump action shotgun. So the fact that it went not only not in the direction it should have, but in the opposite direction, means that Courtney would have had to shoot the gun upside down at him.
I mean, that I I will never ever 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 I mean like ever believe that Kurt Cobain killed himself.
I
I
just
will
disproved
never,
it.
there is literal there's little to no doubt that Courtney Love either did it herself or had somebody do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only other way the shell would have ended up so far to the other side is either A, that thing had the most wicked bounce in history, which, like, spent and shotgun shells don't bounce that much. Or the shotgun he shot himself with was planted on him after someone with a shotgun that ejects the other way shot him. Like if Courtney had a second gun that ejected the shell the other way and then planted that gun on him, which still doesn't make sense.
Used a Model 11 20 gauge.
Pull that up, Jamie.
Ooh, okay.
Because the only way the shell would
I'll
eject
still
on its
never
own
get
is if
over
it's
this dude.
semi-auto.
I'll still never get a picture of the dude in the evidence, photos, smiling with it. But it should be loading right now.
It'll load eventually. Intel Pentium power at its finest. Like, seriously, I can't wait for you to just use my laptop and just you can just be like, hey, look at this, and it'll just be up.
I mean, that's would be great. I think it's something's got to do with the internet I use too, or the hotspot, or whatever it is.
Intel
It's been pretty
Pentium
slow the
power.
past couple times. Thanks, HP. Good Lord. I mean, I yeah. I mean, I'm scrolling through some of these photos right now.
I guess while we're waiting for that, I want to talk about some stuff in the PC tech space. The the Nvidia 50 series graphics cards are out, and they're like half the price of the 40 series cards, and they're supposed to have better performance, right? Like they said the 5070, which is the lowest tier 50 card, has the same performance as the 4090, which is the highest tiered 40 card. Well, that's not true at all, and in fact, even the 5090 is just barely as good, or not quite as good as the 4090 in some scenarios. But I feel like that has to do with the different infrastructure of it and it having AI cores, which having a lot more AI cores than the 40 series had. So when you're using stuff like DLSS and frame generation, there's just more AI power going into it, so it changes more things. And I feel like once developers can tone down the effects of that or make it more accurate, then we'll actually see the 50 series cards start to greatly outperform the 40 series cards. It's just that the software isn't quite optimized for them yet. When the 40 series cards came out, is when they made DLSS and frame generation, and then they added that as just software that you could download to your 30 series cards, which I have, and it's pretty good, but it's very limited because it's using resources that aren't totally meant for AI. It doesn't have AI cores exactly as just CUDA cores and standard cores, and uh, anyway, so it does frame generation a lot better because it's using raw data and just sort of building off of it as opposed to trying to generate off of it. It's not that different really, but I don't know. It just works better on 30 and 40 series cards, but I think that's more of a software and utilization side of thing on the developers end, and I think as software gets better, the 50 series cards are going to get better. So I'll probably end up getting one of those over a 40 series when I inevitably upgrade.
I, I don't know why these posts, not posts, or why these pictures don't load.
Yeah, and then as far as
It's,
CPUs, oh, the stream just ended.
we're gonna try again.
Okay. And then as far as it's just closed again. As far as CPUs go, I'm pretty satisfied with my 10600. I maybe at most would upgrade to like a 12900 if I was going to stay with Intel, because the 13 and 14 series aren't that good, and their new whatever X series thing is sort of unproven. Like, it's pretty good, but again, the utilization just isn't there. So I don't really want to upgrade to that, and I really want to see what AMD has or Ryzen has with what is it, the 9900 X3D, or is it the 9800 X3D, whatever their newest best CPU is. I'd rather try that out. So yeah, I mean that'd be a pretty interesting combo. Usually people do AMD Ryzen builds, and have like a Ryzen RX card, but what the
We finally got a image load.
well, Alright, I do believe that's a semi-automatic shotgun, so it would actually eject.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah. Anyways, so I don't know. I don't know how a AMD Nvidia build would go, but it could be cool.
And this here we go. This is the photo we need.
Yeah, that's semi-auto, but it ejects to the right, not the left.
Interesting. I this man Kurt Cobain didn't do it.
No, he did not. Just like Jeffrey.
It's like I don't have any more examples.
I mean, Stephen Hawking didn't kill himself. He died of fucking gimp disease or whatever he had.
Oh man, the midget lover himself.
Yeah, man, fucking. I always knew something was wrong with that dude. I never trusted him.
Other than other than being an absolute vegetable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the most noticeable thing about Stephen Hawking is he's a vegetable.
Yeah, that's very noticeable. And you know, if he was alive to see Neuralink, maybe he wouldn't have been a vegetable. And speaking of Neuralink, a lot of people are worried about it. They're like, oh, Chinese hackers are gonna drop furry porn into my Neuralink. Well, no, not exactly. In fact, the concept of Neuralink isn't even new. Like, Elon did not invent that. It's been around for at least 20 years, to my knowledge. When I was a kid, I had a friend Caleb, and his dad had what was essentially a Neuralink at the time. Uh, he had a couple of strokes or something, and his mobility wasn't that good. But he had I don't know, something put in his head, basically a Neuralink that let him like get full motor function back, and he had like a computer port like sticking in like the back of his skull for like doing updates. So it's not a new thing at all. I don't get why people are so worried about it.
And I want to get a Neuralink just so I can watch, Jamie Hayter matches on repeat.
Yeah, I mean the idea
Imagine
of,
that.
of seeing Jamie Hayter matches like in 4K in your head is insane.
Like I'm sitting front
Speaking
row.
speaking of Jamie, shout out Jamie Hayter. Every time I say it now, I gotta get the cards out.
You ever end up buying one of the figures of Jamie Hayter?
Nah,
You should have.
dog, I don't know, man. If they had one
I
of
mean,
her with red hair, I would most definitely get it.
I'm sure they'll make one eventually.
Yeah, and then I'll get it. Just like they don't have a single red hair card, but when they make one, I'll buy every single one of them. Like if they make a card with the Knoxville outfit, I'm buying 10 of them.
Why do you need 10 Jamie Hayter figures for? Like a $200 investment.
So,
I mean, that's quite. Why do you need 10 figures at all? That's other than the investment.
no, not figures, cards. I'd buy 10 cards, not figures.
No, I'm saying like, why do you? Oh, never mind. Okay, get. I thought you said if they ever made a figure with a Knoxville outfit, you'd buy 10 of them.
No, I said I'd buy one. I said if they made a card with the Knoxville outfit, I'd buy 10.
All right. All right.
Damn it.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Did I dox myself?
No, just
Uh
it's got your
okay.
mom's name
Yeah,
on
the
eBay.
account's logged in.
Yeah.
Yeah, mom's account's logged in. Oopsie.
Oh well.
Oh, here's a card.
Oh.
Don't know why it's $20, but ends in 2.5 hours. Here's a Jamie Hayter figure. It's $9 with $8 delivery.
Hmm.
Lawn Jamie Hayter.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want a Jamie Hayter autograph for $26?
Wait for. No way.
It's a 20. It's an autograph card. It's got a day and 20 hours left on it, but the auction.
I mean, yeah. Drop me a link to that.
I will definitely drop a link to that.
All right.
Look at some more Jamie Hayter. I feel like we did this even like maybe even one episode ago.
We definitely did.
Maybe like one or two.
Maybe both. I got that card.
Here's a oh, you have this one right here.
Yeah.
The one with says metal on the bottom right of it.
Well, it doesn't say that, but it's that picture.
All right. Let me see here. Here's one for no, never mind. It's an auction. Sucks. Here you go. $1.
Wow. I have that one actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I have that exact
Hmm.
card.
I'm gonna deep dive on Jamie Hayter. Do you have this one right here?
No.
It's $8 with $2 delivery fee.
I'm pretty sure that I don't know, it was like $2 on ComC where I got the rest of these.
Fair point. Man. Jamie Hayter autograph for $60.
Yeah, there's that blue one.
I mean, here's another one with a patch in it
Hmm.
for $1 with 0 bids.
Yeah, drop me a link to that one too. I'll get it.
I mean, it's a auction, so you have to wait for it to end.
Yeah.
There's a buy it now on there, but well, what else we got here? Yeah, a lot of these are more expensive than they should be.
Hmm.
Just a photo if you want a photo of her.
I'll take a screenshot.
Yeah, I'll zoom in. This is getting the image for free.
Hell yeah.
Let me get the full thing. There we go.
Dude, it's like NFTs. They're worth $1 million, but you can screenshot them.
Yeah, I own it now.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're fixed.
Dude, I bought an NFT one time.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, I paid like $10 for it because it looked cool. I still own it, I
Here's
think.
how about this with the belt?
It's pretty cool. Is that like
$2?
a comic book?
Yeah, it's like a card that looks like one.
Oh. thought it was like an actual comic book about Jamie Hayter, dude. I'd pay like $1 million for that.
Uh, you have this one right here, the Buck 80 one.
I have that card with a piece of the mat.
But do you have it without the mat?
No, but that makes mine better. Uh,
Fair,
hey, there
fair
is
point.
a
Fair
eight
point.
by ten poster with the red hair.
Ooh. You gonna collect the posters of Jamie Hayter now?
I mean, that's smaller than a sheet of paper. I could just take that picture and print it out. It'd be the same thing. Paper's 8 by 11.
How like I love how you can never see the lip piercings in any other picture. Just that one specific one I found on Instagram over.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna pause on this right here. Let you take it in for a second.
Damn.
You know, I can just.
It's not illegal to
Not
sniff a
need,
picture, right?
I would assume it's not. I never noticed a tattoo on her thigh. That's
Oh, I did. I noticed that while we were there.
oh, like, all the autographs are expensive. Insane. Okay. If you're buying an 8 by 10 photo of a wrestler in a bikini,
From her Instagram
that's
page, nonetheless.
nonetheless indeed. It says brand new when this is literally taken out of the box.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not had the redhead look long enough to take a photo for a
She,
card.
she's had it for like almost a year.
I don't know how often they make these cards.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, they haven't made any 2024 cards yet. You
I still
know,
think you should pick one of these from ComC with the playing card design.
dog, they're like $3 to $5 a card, and there's 52 cards in a deck.
Then just get the Jamie Hayter pin or something. I don't know.
Uh,
Would you wear a Jamie Hayter pin?
I'd wear it to AEW. Actually, yeah, drop me a link for that. I'll get that too.
Get this. I'm helping you style. It's $4.08 delivery.
Yeah.
For some reason, 8 cents. Not seeing anything else catches my eye that tickles my fancy, piques my interest. Like every single one of her autograph cards is $100 or more. How about a Jamie Hayter koozie? Drink the haterade.
Oh man, it's kind of
I
fire.
think it's a sign that you should get it. I think it's a sign you should get it. You know what that sign is, Tommy boy? Look how much the delivery fee is.
That is pretty fire.
This is just screaming, "Buy me, Tommy boy."
Dog, am I gonna drop like $100 on Jamie Hayter merch before I go to maybe see her at a show?
You want AEW Jazzware Unrivaled Unmatched Jamie Hayter Lake's fodder for $15?
No.
This regular action figure legs. Or how about a
You know,
Jamie Hater Haterade metal straw?
I just want to say
Like, but
that guy obviously likes tits more than ass.
obviously,
Man. Unfortunately, I would not pay $10 for a straw.
who would?
I mean, maybe if like I saw Jamie Hayter drink from the straw, but if it was a ring-worn straw, I'd buy it.
If it was, how much would you realistically pay for ring worn Jamie Hater gear?
I mean, I feel like that's just a weird thing to collect. But I mean, it depends what it is. Like, I wouldn't buy like Jamie Hayter ring-worn panties. Like, that feels weird. But I'd buy one of her coats for sure. I'd drop a few $100, maybe like a rack for like one of her coats. She got some pretty fire overcoat options.
Is that the same coat that she wore in Knoxville?
No,
And would you pay $15 for a pack figure?
no.
Would you pay $286 for a Jamie Hater autograph card?
I'm gonna pay $286 to see Jamie Hayter and have her sign my cards. That's a way better deal.
If she's even there, is the thing.
She better be.
I hope so.
Even if she's not, it's gonna be so much fun.
$15 for 3 wrestling shirts, and one of them's Jamie Hater. They're
Wow.
size large.
I would not fit.
I would fit. Those are my size.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
might. I mean,
yeah,
they're pre-owned.
get
But
them, get them if you want.
might look at those later. And like this is such a odd thing. Just like looking at Jamie Hater on eBay. It's
Nah,
entertaining seeing the interesting stuff people try to sell.
I mean, if there's this much Jamie Hayter merch on eBay, then that means a lot of people are looking, right? It's not weird.
Sure.
I mean,
Uh,
you know,
just cards.
yeah. We do happen to unfortunately know that there's no Jamie Hayter ring worn gear for sale.
Unfortunately, yeah. Okay, 62.93. 8x10 print signed by Jamie Hater.
Oh, yeah, with a certificate of
And then,
authenticity.
but that part. 2170 shipping estimated from United Kingdom.
Yeah.
They, I doubt that you want to pay $20 for shipping.
Nah. I would pay $80 if it had free shipping. But that's just off principles.
So you'd pay 80 for free shipping, but you wouldn't pay 80 including shipping.
Well, it'd be like 85. No, well, it'd be like almost 90 with like tax and everything. But if it was just straight up like $80, got brought to like 85 with tax and got free shipping, I'd feel better about buying it.
Gotcha. Here's another Jamie Hater enamel pin for $5 and $4 delivery.
I think that's cheaper than the other one. So yeah, I'll look on my own later.
Right. Yeah, we're not finding much anything.
I got the links for what I want. I'll find some more stuff.
Look at this. I'm gonna drain you of all your money trying to buy Jamie Hater stuff.
I'm literally gonna go poor being a Jamie Hayter simp. Dude, is this what the people who send like thousands of dollars to their favorite female streamer feel like?
And this is what the people who donate their entire paycheck to Pokemon for 2 seconds of recognition feel like.
Yeah, they're like, Pokimane, I took out a student loan for $60,000. I'm gifting it all to you right now because you deserve it, my queen. And she's like, oh, yeah, guy from chat, thanks for the dono.
I do not like Pokemon. Like, yeah, she's cute. But that's about all she's got going for her.
And she has those
It's literally the only thing
racist,
she's going
nasty
for
cookies.
her. She has a pretty annoying voice too.
I forget why her cookies are racist, but I heard someone say they were, so I just believed it.
Well, everything is racist according to a very certain slim demographic. Everything is racist. We must assume
Yeah, but
everything is racist.
like that demographic likes
Yeah,
Pokimane, so if they're calling her cookies
recency.
racist, then those gotta be like genuinely racist cookies, right?
Sure.
You know, speaking of cookies, I had a black and white cookie from New Jersey. That shit is fucking whack, dog. It's a cookie, and half of it has chocolate icing, and half of it has vanilla icing.
Huh?
It wasn't even that good of a cookie, and it's just had two different kinds of icing.
That reminds me. If we do go on this AEW trip and we go to New York,
We're definitely going to Jersey.
are we going? Yeah, can we go to Atlantic City and gamble?
Yeah, I mean, Jersey is practically part of New York. I want to go to Newark.
Ooh, I don't think the New Yorkers will
I
like
like,
that.
fuck them. I genuinely, I want to go to Newark just to see where Sopranos was filmed. Like, I want to go see like Tony's house. I want to see, the Bada Bing. And, I want to see where like they shot Andrea, or I want to go to the park where Tony and Paulie were chasing after the Russian guy. Man, that show has so
I
many funny
wanna.
moments. Have you seen The Sopranos?
I've not. I think one of the shows I'm going to start trying to watch some point this year.
Oh man, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but there's one episode that's so fucking funny. And there's
Well,
just,
you just spoiled like 18 things.
yeah, so I'm only going to continue to spoil one episode, sort of. And it's not anything important to the story, it's just like a funny thing that happens between two characters that you'll see. Uh,
Okay.
so Polly, who's Tony's nephew, and sorry, yeah, Christopher is Tony's nephew, and then Polly, one of his capos, his captains, they're charged with going after this Russian guy who owes them some money. And Paulie is maybe a little bit like socially retarded. Like he doesn't like you say one kind of thing, and if another kind of thing sounds the same or similar, like he doesn't see the difference between them. So Tony's like, "Hey, I need you to go after this Russian guy. He owes me like 5 grand. Uh, but he's dangerous though. He's part of the Interior Ministry. He killed like 16 Chechens one time, which are like a terrorist group. Uh, and he's like, yeah, no problem, Tony. I'll go get him. Uh, and then he tells Christopher, he's like, so apparently this guy is like an interior decorator, and he killed a couple of Czechoslovakians one time. So they go to his house, and this guy's like a special forces like government spy, type guy. So they try to beat him up, and the guy beats them up, and they chase him into the woods. They lose the guy in the woods. Paulie goes to shoot the guy, hits him in the back of the head, and this guy just like shrugs off the bullet and keeps running. And and it leads into an episode of them getting lost in the woods and how they got to survive. But it's just so funny that Paulie's just so dumb that he can't figure out the difference between the interior ministry of Russia and an interior designer, and killing 16 Chechen terrorists for 16 random Czechoslovakian civilians.
Oh man, I want to go to New York and see where some of the places from How I Met Your Mother were filmed. Like I just
Oh
finished watching
yeah.
that show and I'm pissed at the ending for it.
Doesn't
But like
Jerry Seinfeld live in Jersey? Or used to?
I'm not sure. He might.
I think he has a property around there.
to try to go to whatever Ted's apartment
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, or Marshall and Lily's apartment, whatever it was. I forgot who was living there at the end. I think Marshall and Lily ended up selling it. I don't know if that's a physical like building you can visit, but I want to see the building it's based on.
I can almost guarantee it's a set.
Like I'm talking about the building it's based on, though.
Well, I'm sure like the exterior shots are a real building, but anything inside's on a set.
Like I want to visit the exterior of the building.
Okay.
I thought that'd be so cool. See the bar that McLaren's was based on.
Yeah, like you ever seen a diagram of Jerry Seinfeld's apartment and how it physically doesn't make sense?
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, like that's how a lot of those rooms are. Like Ross's apartment and Friends, and like with the balcony situation, like doesn't line up at the edge of the building, and stuff like that. There's a lot of situations where like they just don't think about how the shape of buildings works with the rooms, and then you look at the set and you're like, that would never fit in that building. But yeah, yeah, I like to see some famous exterior shots of places.
Hey man, we gotta go to the Empire State Building. You got to. I mean, I know it's like a touristy, like generic place, but
And then we got to get a JBL speaker and start playing that Jay-Z song, Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Gotta go to the Trump Tower. I've always wanted to go to Trump Tower. I don't know why. I love Trump Towers, bro. It's like just a giant gold building with Donald Trump's name on it.
Same as Chicago, yeah.
Whatever.
I've seen the one in Chicago a bunch of times. It's a huge gold building.
I'm pretty sure one of my buddies was in Vegas for something, or Nevada or somewhere. He saw it. The one in Las Vegas.
Dude, we gotta bring Bibles and just like when we get to the Trump Tower, drop to our knees, open the book, and just start reading.
Awful.
Or we gotta put those like satin bookmarks into like some very specific verse about like protection or something. Just like pray for Donald Trump's safety outside the Trump Tower in New York.
We'll end up on like CNN or something.
Yeah, exactly. I want to get on the news.
Oh, that would be any publicity is good publicity, right?
Exactly. And then when like they're like, "Hey, ABC News at 9, what the fuck are you doing? We're praising Donald Trump. Subscribe to the Unqualified Show."
Just wear shirts say, Unqualified Show.
Yeah. Yeah, or like, we're doing this as part of a mission statement for our podcast. What the fuck is your podcast? The Unqualified Show. We'll get free promo on the news for praying for Donald Trump in New York.
I don't think they'll let us advertise our podcast on, international news, but
they might. I mean, they were dumb enough to let fucking r/no work mods go on, was it Fox?
Didn't the Wall Street Bets people go on the news at some point, or am I making that up?
I think they did. There's someone, like, representing them did, yeah.
Whenever
the AMC and GameStop happened.
Yeah. You know what's hilarious? Like, we had some sort of financial thing we were doing in class one day. Like, this is my freshman year. And we're trying to like determine the best stocks to look at, and I'm looking through them, and I'm like, man, GameStop is really, really low. I'm gonna put all my fake money into GameStop. And like a month later, Wall Street Bets happened.
Yeah.
And GameStop stock just shot up.
Yeah, I was on the AMC train.
I'm a genius. I mean, that was. It's just like one of those very absurd random memories I've got from my time in high school.
Dude, I was mining Bitcoin in high school on some like shitty fucking laptop I had. It made like.
Did you ever find any?
Yeah, I mean it made like $3 a month. Like I'd cash out and buy a monster.
I mean that's something. Remember the guy that paid a lot of Bitcoin for a pizza or something? He paid I think one or two. It's some amount. He paid some amount of Bitcoin that ended up being worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, he paid 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza, which at the time was worth like $5 or something.
Okay, yeah. See, that was truly a moment in human history.
Hmm.
And now he could have been a multi-billionaire.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was worth something like $600 million. That. Well, I don't know because it went up to like 100K recently. So yeah, 100, yeah. No, it would have been like what, like exactly a billionaire or 100 millionaire or something.
He would have been worth a lot of money.
Yeah, life changing amount of money for sure.
I think we need like unqualified Bitcoin mining or something.
It's so expensive, man. It's not worth it. Also, I've been looking for a couple minutes now. I cannot find a single piece of Jamie Hayter gear, ring worn gear that has ever sold. So that's a thing, or not a
He
thing.
probably keeps it all. He probably does keep it all
Yeah,
now.
I don't see why she wouldn't.
I know some people buy ring worn stuff. I feel like we tested this exactly like a few
We
episodes ago,
did,
like looking
yeah.
up ring worn stuff.
But we only looked at eBay, and I tried looking at more places, and I couldn't find anything.
Like the best we found was a ring worn shirt that we automatically determined was not the same shirt.
Yeah.
How about that?
Dude, speaking of FBI work, that episode with the shirt was crazy. Yeah. You spent like 20 minutes like looking at every detail of that shirt to figure out it was cut wrong and rolled wrong, and we're like, that's not, yeah, that's not the shirt he wore at all.
I mean, that's just like if you're gonna try to sell a fake shirt, at least make it realistic.
Hmm.
At least like analyze the cuts you're making.
Get it millimetrically perfect.
Yeah, like make sure nobody can tell it's fake.
I think the main thing that like really sold us that it wasn't the same shirt was the spacing between the lettering and the edge of the shirt. Because on the guy, it was like half a letter width on one side and like a full letter on the other. And on the shirt on eBay, it was like 2 letters on each side. Like it was like twice as wide. And it was like, dude, you cut that so wrong.
It's a bad fake. It's an
Yeah,
awful fake.
bro ruined a shirt. Imagine
Do you
buying a
think it ever
shirt,
sold?
cutting it up. Nah, dude, imagine buying a shirt, cutting it up, thinking you're gonna make money, and finding out you ruined your own shirt.
We should try that. Let's get like a wrestler shirt, take a picture of them wearing the same, design, and like meticulously cut the sleeves. Let's see how much we make.
You know that coat place I was telling you about? I just got an idea.
Have them recreate a like a replica of Jamie Hayter coat.
They got the Jamie Hayter coat.
Ooh.
I know where to get
Okay.
that exact coat. I know exactly where she bought it from. We could get one, say it's ring worn, sell it for like $1,500 on eBay.
And just use that to pay for the part of the AW trip.
Yeah. Well, the whole AEW trip, damn near.
I mean, we could.
Shh.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
An investment.
But if we ever meet Jamie, we can't tell her we did that.
No, we'd have to. We have to be like, listen, we paid like a lot of money to some very shady things just for the chance of meeting you. Least you
No,
can do is
no.
sign this man's. I'm sure she'd find it funny.
No, that's like a few months down the line thing if we're friends. It's like,
You think Jamie Hayden's gonna become friends with us random?
dude, I hope so. Like, imagine she just becomes like a frequent guest on the show.
It's like she'll be checking in like hours before or hours after a match.
Yeah. Dude, we could do that like 2 3 hours before a match. We'll like hop on, let her talk for an hour. That'd be crazy.
I love that. I would love that.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody at all has contact with Jamie Hayter, knows how to reach out to her, knows how to get her on here, please, we will do anything except pay her to come visit the show.
I'd pay her a little bit, like a few $100 maybe.
She gets paid in exposure. She's already famous as it is.
Jamie Hader, I got $200 for you if you'll come on here for an hour.
I will buy you a McChicken sandwich and a Coca-Cola if you come on the show.
Landon only wants to DoorDash you
Better yet,
food
I'll
so
buy
he
you
can know
a
your
pizza.
address. Oh, I
Her
shouldn't have
address would
spoiled that.
technically be in England, though. Her address would technically be in England, though. I'd be like, I'll DoorDash you some food to the arena. I'll DoorDash you something to, whatever hotel AEW staying at. I'll just,
Yeah, I guess I didn't
Okay,
consider
not
that.
the
She
hotel.
probably
That's,
still
that's
lives in
weird. Not the
England.
hotel. That's weird. Yeah, okay, not the hotel. That'd be weird. But to the arena, sure.
Yeah.
I would absolutely, DoorDash a $20 meal from whatever restaurant of her choosing to the arena.
Dude, we've talked about Jamie Hader for 6 consecutive episodes now, plus a vlog.
I think it's starting to like become just like the new thing. Like, should we just like focus solely on Jamie Hayter for like every episode?
We do already, man. We get like an hour into the episode and we're like, man, Jamie Hader's so hot.
Half this episode has been about like us swooning over Jamie Hayter.
Dude, it's every episode. It's gonna be every
Yeah.
episode. Just anyone out there, if you can hit up Jamie Hader and just be like, hey, you got these two guys are huge fans. Go on their podcast, please do it.
Like, we should like what we need to do is like find the lowest level person on the AEW. Be like, hey, you want to come on our podcast, talk about wrestling for an hour or 2 hours, and eventually, we'll wait a few episodes, go to the next guy up, then wait a few episodes, go to the next guy up. We'll just work our way up the chain of command to Jamie Hayter. That's what we become known for. Is like two dudes interviewing a random wrestler.
You know what we could do? Figure out the guy in the silver diaper who got beat up in Knoxville. Get that guy on here, because, like, he got into AEW, so he knows someone, And, well,
Yeah, but he's like a local dude from Knoxville.
yeah, but he still got in there, so, maybe he's got some contacts, we'll get him in there, talk about wrestling, what he's doing. And then after that, we'll be like, hey, man, love that hour with you. Do you got any contacts to anyone at AEW? Anyone we could get a hold of? Or we're trying to get some other wrestlers on here. See if we can just get an email or a phone number for like, Oh, actually, I happen to know. Jamie Hayter does have a booking email, a public booking email. So I'm sure she has
Okay.
like an agent or something that we could hit up and be like, "Yo, how much you get on the pod?"
It's probably gonna be like a ridiculous amount, but we could swing it probably.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the chance that it's ran by her, and she'd be like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. I'll just get on."
Do you want to?
I don't know what to say.
Be like, listen, we are quite big fans of yours. We run a podcast. We're 20 something episodes in. We've only had one guest, and to be honest, we want somebody a little bit more famous.
Hmm.
I think we could interview you on our show for like, an hour, hour and a half, whatever. We talk about you a lot. We just want to be able to introduce the audience to you.
Hmm.
Something like that. Something like that.
You know what? Let's get a few more episodes up. Let's maybe let the channel catch up to this point, so that we actually have like 6 or 7 videos down of us just absolutely gooning. No, sorry, not gooning. It's swooning over Jamie Hayter. Just absolutely head over heels in love. And then if her agent or her or whoever runs that email wants to like look at our podcast and be like, oh my god, these guys really do love Jamie Hayter, then yeah, who knows?
Idea. I have an idea. To establish ourselves as interviewers and get some experience under our belt, right? We'll look at like local federations around here, around like the East Tennessee or, Appalachian region. We'll just like pick a couple random dudes, or women. We don't discriminate. We'll send them some text, be like, hey, listen, you want to come in here and talk about wrestling for an hour or 2 hours, whatever? We'll, interview you, whatever. You can tell us about yourself, promote yourself, completely free.
Yeah, that's a pretty
How
good
about that?
idea.
You wanna start doing that? You wanna start
I
doing
mean,
that?
we could send out some emails to some like Micromania wrestlers.
We
Maybe
could pivot to
Bob.
being the occasional interviewer.
Like, imagine if we found like Bob's email and we were like, Bob, we're huge fans. We're from Knoxville. Come on the podcast. We want to talk about what a legend you are.
We want to have an episode dedicated to like the logistics side of wrestling, like running a show.
Hmm.
We could just find out how like AEW puts their shows together,
Yeah, I
and then we
want
can use that information in FWC.
I want an hour of just like the ins and outs of what Bob does.
I want ins and outs of like just how AEW functions. Like, what time do they set up? How do they take down? How do they scout new people?
Dude, if somehow at like Baltimore we get like a corner seat in like the front row, I want to ask one of those kids that spools the audio wire, like, so how did you end up in this position? Like, did you apply to be the audio spooling guy, or did you just want to be like a sound technician and they just put you here and just see where it goes? Because like, how do you think you get into the position that you're just winding and unwinding a cord for a guy with a camera?
Who knows? I feel like you would start taking it downhill very fast if we started interviewing people, especially Jamie Hayter. Like, you start,
No, no, I'd
you
be
would start
so
making some
professional.
sort of like, no, you'd be making like a rant or a joke or a conspiracy or a ramble or something, and within like 20 minutes of them joining, they leave.
No, man, if Jamie Hayter was on, I'd be so respectful. Like a suit and tie would just appear on me. I'd have a little like rose in my pocket. Hair would be slicked back. I'd be
A
all
pocket
professional.
square.
Yeah.
I I think that'd be great. I think I should set up like an date with you and Jamie Hayter.
If you
I would
could,
just
man.
leave. I would just leave. I would listen back in, whenever the episode gets posted. Just let you two have your little professional personal date.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Just me and Jamie sitting here for an hour chatting.
Yeah, like how about that?
I don't know what we get up to. I don't know what she's into besides wrestling and eating English breakfasts.
Music. Music, it seems, from that one Instagram post we found of a
And
Machine Head CD case.
and makeup and costumes. Costumes, obviously. I mean, hey, have you seen what she wears? I
Yeah,
mean, she
brand.
said
She
herself
goes
she's into
fancy
makeup and
with it.
costumes, so I'm not into either of those,
Hey,
but it'd be something to talk about.
you didn't mention that other page you found. Now that I mention it, the
Yeah,
casting, not
yeah.
really casting page.
Again, this kind of thing that I don't want to. You know, I mean, if people want to find it like I
Alex,
found it, they can do that. But I don't. She likes to remain
quite easily.
private, so I'm not gonna be like, guys, go look up. You'll find her. Whatever. I don't want to. I don't want to blow up the spot.
Oh, you don't want to ruin your special
It's
place.
like when you find like a good smoking spot, right? You don't go and tell
Mhm.
everyone because eventually it gets around to the high schoolers, and then the high schoolers get it to the cops, and the spot gets blown, and you can't smoke weed there anymore. I mean, that doesn't really apply anymore because it's legal basically everywhere. But back in my day, I tell you,
Your day was like 5, 6 years ago. Whenever you
7,
were,
8,
you
yeah,
know,
crazy. It's
20.
been that
Okay,
long.
I was crazy once.
They locked me in a rubber room with Diddy. Diddy made me gay. Did I ever tell you about the spot in Narnia in my town?
You did not.
Oh man, I'm gonna show you the spot actually. So if you wanna load in here,
Hey,
let's go to Google Earth. Go away. What? Oh. Alright. Alright. So anyways. We got America, I think. And if we zoom in, let's see. That's Rockford. So what? All right, Woodstock's over here. There's. All right, that's that. So the high school. All right, this is the old high school. So let me see. Would be down this way. Right here, right here. You see this bit of orange right here?
Huh?
That is a deck that someone built in the middle of this swamp. And when you're standing here and all the trees are like this, it's basically a big open circle with like sun beaming in here. And then this is all a swamp where the trees are. And that deck is the chillest little smoking spot ever. You basically park up right here, you walk in a little trail that goes like up this way, down this way, and then it either ends here or you can walk around the entire swamp and end up back here or exit out here. But this right here, we called it Narnia, and this was the coolest little smoking spot in the entire world. I absolutely loved going here and blazing up with my friends. And there's one more spot, which is, I think, how did I get there? Which ways? I think go this way. Go. Do here. Okay, right here. So this is what used to be called the Trail of History they had here. It was like a, I don't know, historical exhibit thing, but this is another huge swampland right here. And there's basically just all sorts of hills and valleys and stuff going in between the swamps. And there's like a bridge there, and there's some buildings, and a whole bunch of cool stuff. And this is another really cool smoke spot. If you go,
Okay.
this is the top of the hill here, and somewhere around here there's like a little wooden shack with like a, what do you call it, like a windmill next to it. And then there's this little dock right here on this little swampy pond, and this is another really cool smoke spot. I used to love going here. Well, there's also a grass airstrip right here, as you can see by the plane.
Oh, it's cool.
Oh, and then I want to show in there's a airstrip where they take celebrities in Tennessee. It's,
Is it close to us?
yeah, it's over here somewhere. Let me figure out where I'm at. Let me
I didn't
find.
know any of this was in Tennessee, like this little area here.
All right, so that's, yeah. All right, file 40, 411. Wait, let me think. On that way, around here. What road is this? Yep, there. Okay. So, yeah, so this is the kind of rough landing strip here, and you can see they got a couple planes there. So they land celebrities in right here. They take them over here where they get into black Chevy Escalades, and they take them somewhere on top of this mountain, right over in this area, to a celebrity rehab center, which I found completely by accident one time.
Really?
And yeah, I uncovered a huge grand conspiracy, like, right near my neighborhood.
Ooh. Ooh.
Like, literally, Newport's over here. This is where, like, me, Beanie, a lot of people from Dollywood are from, and it's all happening like right here.
You go explore that sometime, just like video it.
Oh man, so well when I went up there, they had like guns drawn. They were like, "How the hell did you find this place?" And I was like, "I just started driving up the mountain, honestly." And they're like, "All right, get the hell out." I was like, "All right,
Oh.
whatever."
It's like a secret then?
I mean, not
Like
really a
nobody's
secret.
supposed to know
No,
about?
like it's on a public road, but I mean, there's no reason to go up there because that's the only building on the road. Well, okay, so that airport, they just have guards like right at the entrance. Like you can't even pull in there. But at the rehab center, it's well, actually, the house that I bought is a road or two down from the hill that goes, or the road that goes up the hill to the rehab center. And that's the hill that I went up one time where I found it. And literally, some guy had like an AR on it. And he's like, "How did you find this place?" I was like, "I just drove up the road, man." And he's like, "Well, get out of here." I'm like, "Okay." I just went back down.
Ow. I think like just fly a drone or something in there then.
Yeah, well, and
Like
I
we have
know
to
I
see.
know it was a celebrity rehab center because there was a really small sign on the door of the building that said celebrity rehab.
Uh, uh you, you wouldn't figure that's something they'd have a sign for it.
Yeah, I mean it's a weird. I mean it was just like a little like placard next to the door, but I was close enough that I could read it.
Wow. I wonder who's there right now. If anybody we would recognize.
I was just wondering like, why are they bringing them here? Like, I mean, I guess it's not that bad of a place, but like,
I think that's to do with, like, it's pretty, pretty random area. Nobody would really guess, like, oh, in this little tiny town in Tennessee, there's a celebrity rehab.
yeah, but like, look, if you're Demi Lovato and you just got found overdosed on fucking heroin in your bathtub, go to fucking Iowa or Nebraska or Kansas or Wyoming or one of those states where there is quite literally nothing. Like go there. There is no chance of you ever doing anything outside of absolutely nothing.
Maybe eating some corn. I don't know what else they have.
It's soy,
Corn state
they switch off every year from corn and soy to preserve the soil.
and wheat. Plenty
Yeah,
of
we don't
wheat.
really grow wheat here.
Like the University of Nebraska's mascot is literally the Cornhuskers. Like that is an actual college mascot for a Division I university is a Cornhusker.
There's a high school football team called the Cotton Pickers. Or basketball team.
Are there any white guys on the team?
No.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I
Imagine
I had the
being
most
black and
generic
signing up
one.
to be on the Cotton Pickers, though.
I had the most generic one. My high school was the Eagles.
Oh, man. No, the two most generic animals in school mascots got to be, like, eagles or
Eagle
hawks,
and bulldog.
like some kind of a bird, or yeah, bulldogs.
Yeah,
My
birds of prey
Yeah.
or a bulldog.
My first elementary school was bulldogs. Everything after that was eagles.
I was a Cardinal for seven, yeah, 7 years, and that school shut down. Then become a Warrior for 2 years, and then for high school I was a Eagle.
Hmm.
A Warrior is most definitely the coolest one.
Yeah, it's not a bulldog or a bird.
Why do so many sports teams love birds?
And bulldogs.
That's I mean, like, see, you look at like a lot of high schools, like, even around here, they have like very generic. It's like mine was Eagle, Pigeon Forge. I'm pretty sure is Tigers.
Mhm.
Sevier County is the Bears.
Yeah.
So far you're copying a bunch of professional team names. Jeep Gatlinburg is the Highlanders, I think. That's like the most unique one.
I gotta say, Chicago having Cubs and Bears in a state which has practically zero bears at all is hilarious.
Did you know more Cubs fans or more White Sox fans? I know Chicago's got two MLB teams.
So if you're from Chicago or anywhere north, you're probably a Cubs fan. If you're from
Okay.
anywhere south of the island of Chicago in the Chicagoland area, you're most definitely a White Sox fan.
Okay. 'Cause I'm pretty sure the White Sox just live like eternal misery. Is
Yeah.
that what I've heard?
Well,
They've
because
always
they
been
have all the
bad.
poor people rooting for them. They have,
Mm.
see, like, let's say Illinois is this tall, okay? Right here is North Illinois, this is Middle Illinois, and all this is South Illinois. South Illinois sucks. It's garbage. It's the worst state on planet Earth. Middle Illinois has like most of Chicago, and it's okay. You know, there's stuff there, and then North Illinois is where like all the cool shit is. And the Cubs belong to Middle and North Illinois, and the White Sox belong to South Illinois.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Did you ever go to any MLB games whenever you were still living in Illinois?
I've no, I went to a Blackhawks game and a Bulls game.
Okay. I've only been to one professional sports game in my life, and that is I went to a Reds game with my grandparents' church back in 2016, probably.
I did see a St. Louis Cardinals game. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't pay for it though. I was in St. Louis for a funeral, and I pulled into a parking garage that was right across the street from the stadium because I was gonna go see the Arch, and we could just see the game from the parking garage. So we just sat there and watched the game for like an hour.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I does AEW count as going to see like a sport, like a professional sporting event? Is wrestling considered a sport?
Yeah, of
I would say
course.
yeah, but not really a game.
No, it's it's
If
definitely
we're
a
counting
sport.
wrestling, I've been yeah, if we're counting wrestling, then I've been to quite a few.
Mm. I still got to take you to
I
midget
just love
wrestling.
wrestling. I love wrestling, man.
Dude, midget wrestling though,
I love wrestling,
it's hilarious.
but there's no Shy Taylor.
Yeah, there is.
There's no Shy Taylor at one in Pigeon Forge, is there?
Yeah, she's with Micromania.
Micromania is not in Pigeon Forge. Micro Wrestling Federation is in Pigeon Forge.
I'm pretty sure they're both in Pigeon Forge.
I don't think Micromania is.
I'm almost certain they are. Anyways, even if they're not, I'd bet they come
Mm,
here.
Micro Wrestling looks like they just tore.
Micro wrestling, yeah, but what about Micromania?
I'm looking at Micromania. Micromania looks like they mostly tore. Mostly tore.
Oh, you said micro
San
wrestling.
Diego, Texas. No, Micromania mainly is touring based. It's things like Texas, Nevada, Nevada, Texas, Oregon, Texas, Oregon, Texas, Oregon, Texas, Florida, Florida, Nevada. Yeah, doing a lot of shows in Las Vegas.
Hmm.
Back to Georgia, California. Yeah, they're not doing any shows in Tennessee. It looks like because
Damn.
they've got they're doing one in Johnson City and Clarksville.
Oh,
Johnson City and Clarksville in March.
what days?
Monday, March 17th, and Thursday, March 20th. They're going to Clarksville, and then 17th to Johnson City. 20th is Clarks.
I mean, the tickets are probably gonna be like $25. So you know, if
March 21st, they're going to Columbia, Tennessee.
I have no idea where that is.
22nd, they'll be in Chattanooga.
It's kind of far.
Yeah.
I don't mind going to Johnson
Murfreesboro on
City.
the 23rd.
Well, I mean, it's like 2 hours away. I guess Chattanooga is too.
Murfreesboro is the
Actually,
23rd.
Chattanooga would be technically shorter because getting you would be, it wouldn't be out of the way.
You ever heard of Crown Point, Illinois?
No. Have you ever heard of
That's where they'll be on
Sandwich,
April
Illinois?
1st. Oh my God, you're not going to believe this, Thomas. You're not going to believe this.
What?
You look at their tour date for April 2nd.
Is it in Sandwich?
It's not, but it's somewhere else that's near and dear to your heart.
That's where I saw the last one!
Exactly.
That's literally where I was.
There you go.
I think it was the same date, too.
April 2nd, 2025, they will be at Alibi Pub in Wonder Lake, Illinois.
Dude, that's exactly where I fell in love with Shytayla.
And what about that?
Man,
Is that Shy Taylor on the picture?
I don't think so.
Oh. I had to share that immediately when I saw it.
That's crazy.
And then
Man,
back to Texas. Yeah, they do a lot of Western shows, it seems like.
that's crazy that they came back to Wonder Lake for all 30 people that are gonna show up.
Rod, Nebraska. Okay, so yeah. They're doing a few shows in Tennessee, it appears, but none of them are very, very close to here.
Hmm. Damn.
Hey,
Well,
I'd be down to watch some midget wrestling.
honestly, it's not as good as Jamie Hayter, but it might be still better than real wrestling.
Better than real wrestling?
I know you don't want to agree with me on that yet, but I think once you see it, you'll realize how fucking amazing midget wrestling is.
I hope it's good. I will go in there with an open mind, and I will, you know,
Leave with
I
a
will.
erect penis from Shytayla.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Dude, I just
Will.
okay. Look, I just want to say I got to give Shytayla a high five, like no less than 7 times that night. Okay. I've had more physical contact with Shytayla than I'll probably ever have with Jamie Hayter, unfortunately.
That's why I got to work our way up to get to meet Jamie Hayter on here.
I know, man. Dude, I want to like marry Jamie Hayter.
Like, who wouldn't?
Exactly. I mean, there's no way she's still with that guy from 2011.
No shot. I feel like I think he posted like he's with somebody else now.
Whoever that is, major loss. I don't
Hey,
know.
he
Do,
just
do you think he even knows that his ex is Jamie Hayter?
I doubt it.
Because, like, I mean,
I doubt it.
yeah, I doubt she even knew she was going to get into wrestling at that point. Like, she probably never even mentioned that to him because she hadn't even thought about it yet.
6 months ago, you didn't know you were going to get into wrestling.
Exactly.
Say,
I'd like to imagine that's how it happened for Jamie, too. Just like, she saw a wrestling show one day and was like, I'm doing that.
I I was reading the storyline you wrote, and it's quite an interesting concept.
Do you want to read it for them?
I mean, if you can if you want. This is your love. This is not love. This is your brainchild.
I want to see how you interpret my writing. Because
Okay.
that's going to be the ultimate test of if I think it's good, because, that's written, like, exactly how I would, like, say everything out loud, so I think it makes sense to me, but maybe hearing you say with, like, different inflections, I'd realize some things don't sound right, or something, I don't know.
Right. All right. Hmm.
And do you want to give the backstory on the characters, too?
Didn't you write that on yours?
No, it's on the main script.
That's something like you. I thought you would have. Okay. So Screen share so people can read along. By the way, you can just see how absurd that the page is looking.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have this is a female-based storyline. Caitlin Cutter, kill, we, this is, God almighty, man. Caitlin Cutter, dangerous strike, heal with dangerous strike, elbow, basically. May or may not have allegedly pulled a knife on an opponent that had to be destroyed. Next, we got Jessica, the Juggernaut Novak. Yeah, doesn't back down for anyone. As it walls a woman, can easily knock you down with one arm and she throws you down and you kill it. That was a nice victim. I love the name you gave it.
Thank you.
I went through and I went through, after we, had to tag it Thompson first. Wow. Backstory. Match 1, June 4th, 2004. During what was supposed to be an organized event in a low-level company, so basically an independent company, Caitlin Cutter, then known as Caitlin Cutler, her real name, went off script and pulled out a small blade on Jessica Novak, who hadn't yet earned her Juggernaut title. The match got bloody quick when Caitlin tried to kill Jessica with a slice toward her throat, but Jessica dodged it enough to catch the blade on the left side of her lip. All storyline, YouTube, opening the side of her mouth by an entire half an inch. While it was mostly guard over and healed and left a permanent mark of Caitlin. Okay, it had left a permanent mark of what Caitlin had done to her. And although she figured her career was over, she eventually got into pro wrestling, finding FWC, and of course, Caitlin, now going as Caitlin Cutter, living off of a legend of Jessica's shame. It is a misconstruction of that truth, claiming it was her sharp senses and sharper elbows.
Mm-hmm.
Match 2, rematch. Knowing the long-time animosity held between the two, FWC spared no expense for the returning fight. An all-out exhibition match. No rules, just knockouts to pins win, and a briefcase with a mystery item inside for whoever wins. The match starts and Caitlin is off to a big start. Jessica has been training but hasn't been in the ring since the incident. Lots of punches and elbows are thrown from Caitlin, and Jessica is mostly standing defensive and pushing Caitlin around. Caitlin starts bouncing off the ropes, dodging heavy left and right hooks from Jessica, but when she goes for a spear, Jessica is unfazed. In shock, Caitlin remains still for just long enough for Jessica to grab her and perform a devastating DDT. Jessica pulls Caitlin to the corner and pins her upside... Oh, you were going to say?
No, I was just groaning in pain.
Oh. Ooh. Jessica pulls Caitlin to the corner and pins her upside down to the buffers. Like the turnbuckles.
I couldn't think of what
that's
they're called.
That's like the only thing that yeah, that's the only thing I had to pause and think about for a second last night was the buffers.
Yeah, the things in the corner.
Run to the other corner. Yeah. Yeah, the turnbuckles. Running to the other corner and back, Jessica performs and handspring body slam first into Caitlin, who slashes down from the corner, almost falling out of the ring. Caitlin, getting some encouragement from her coach outside the ring, she gets up and goes to a low blow on Jessica, slamming her down with a hard spear below the waist. Following this blow, she uses all her strength to perform a German suplex, followed by an elbow drop from the top rope. Caitlin goes to leg pin her and she kicks out on 2. Jessica suffers another German suplex and another pin kicking out on 2. Then she grabs Caitlin by the collar and slams her down NFL Gronk style, and I love it, by the way. NFL Gronk touchdown style and leg pins her to 3, winning her first match back. Upon winning, Jessica doesn't have much to say other than thanking FWC and the crowd for letting this happen and gets the briefcase. Inside is a CD labeled 1994 and the top and only copy at the bottom. She now has the only copy of the fight that ended her career and permanently scarred her face. Why is a CD labeled 1994?
Because the match happened in 1994?
It was 2004.
Wait, shit, is that what I wrote? No, that's the start of the story. Damn it.
2004. Also, why would it be a CD?
Hold on.
Who's gonna watch a CD?
Let me fix that. This is why I wanted you to read it.
I didn't pick up on that last night.
Where are we at? Okay.
Man,
hold on.
I'll let you fix that real quick. I'll continue reading though for
Okay.
our audience at home. Match 3. 2 months later, Jessica's a pay-per-view event against Caitlyn to solidify her chance for a main event card. She knows she has too much to prove against one of the reigning champion women at FWC. She decides she's going to play the tape before she walks out. Caitlyn has her walk out first and seen on stage being cocky, acting sexy for the crowd, and her face drops and turns to pale to the sound of her threatening Jessica's life. She looks back at the screen to see her slicing lip open. In total shock, mouth agape, she sees Jessica walk out in a new outfit, fully confident in herself. How corny is that? Fully confident. Showing none of the nerves that she had in the previous match. She starts off in her corner waiting for the bell. The bell is rung and Jessica has lifted Caitlyn into the air and threw her over the ropes and into the barrier to the crowd. Leaping out of the ring into a crazy mid-air spear, Caitlyn is again thrust against the crowd. Jessica grabs her with the hair and waits for her outfit, runs to the announcement table, slightly collapsing one side. I love how you're like planning out the physics of the announcement table.
Yeah.
Uh, Once that dragging her against the table uphill, wiping it clean, and collapsing the other side with a sorties of head slams.
Wait. Hold
Whatever
on.
that means.
Where are we at? I'm trying to.
We're at
Hold on.
a sorties of head slams.
A.
Climbing back into the ring.
What word was I
Yeah.
trying to use there?
Don't know. Climbing back into the ring
Let me
and
think
up
about
the
that.
top. Jessica permanently moonsault into Caitlyn in story, knocking her unconscious, where she's carried away in a stretcher, suffering an in-story back injury. Explains why she played the video, expressing her frustration with the situation, but being led, she completely overcame it while thanking the crowd for the warm welcome and defeating the female AEW champion twice in a row. Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
AEW?
Did I write that?
You wrote AEW right here.
Damn it.
They hear her. Not they boo and don't like her for some reason. 4 weeks later at Retribution show, Caitlyn plans for revenge with a sabotage during the event. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I haven't finished writing it yet.
I don't think that people understand just like the sheer amount of work that me and Sean have put so far into like planning FWC events. Not events, but like, stories. There's a lot of stories we've written.
Okay, I fixed the AEW. There's one other problem I forgot that I had to fix. I got the 2004. I don't know. Good enough. Yeah, anyways, that's the start of my first wrestling story. It's about women.
Of course it is. I'm surprised you don't have any misogynistic sort of looking stuff in there.
We're getting there.
Proud of you for that.
Getting there. Anyways,
You're gonna have like a loser strips match or something.
no. Anyways, I want to
No.
know. I want to know, one, what do you think about the name, and two, how good is the story so far?
For a first time story, it's quite good. And then the names are, the names sound realistic.
Yeah.
Oh, granted, you'll have to like find somebody with a permanent scar in their mouth, and then have to
Makeup.
film an entire fake backstory match
Yeah.
from 21 years ago. But
Easy.
and then make sure the crowd looks like it's 21 years ago.
Easy.
Make sure the ring looks like it's 20 years ago.
That's all. It's all insanely easy stuff. See,
And
every
you have to find people who are old enough to be wrestling in 2004, who are still wrestling today.
Okay. Here's my idea of what the first match would look like. It's not professional, all right. It's not going to be in a stadium or anything. It's going to be a ring in like a concession room in like a rentable like town hall sort of thing, not like a government town hall, like a
Okay.
I don't know, like they had one
Like a
in
bingo hall.
yeah, something like that. Like they had one in the town I grew up in. It was just like next to a park, and it was an empty building you could rent for like $25 for the day, and it was just like two big empty living rooms and like a microwave and a stove in one corner. Like, I just imagine it'd be like one of those type buildings with just like a ring on the floor, and like it's not hard to style like a 2000s person. You just need a shirt with no logo on it and blue jeans and some like bum ass shoes from Walmart, and you film it on a camera from 2004.
Now,
So
did you end up reading the? Did you end up reading My Other Two, by the way?
no, I haven't got around to reading those yet. I can read one now if you want.
I'm. I don't want to spoil my stories on
Okay,
the show,
okay,
but if you want to read one, if you want to read one post show, we can.
all right.
Right. But yeah, I think it's pretty good though for somebody who's never tried writing anything related to wrestling before. It's quite good.
Yeah, the fact that I'm so in depth with it that I went into table physics, like you mentioned, is something. I was literally thinking about like getting
I mean,
slammed into one side of the table, breaking one side of the table, and then like getting pulled up and it like falls over.
I mean that's you're thinking like you're thinking at a deep level though.
I mean, it's humiliating to
Quite
like
nice.
get used to, like a table wiped with, but getting wiped uphill, I mean, come on.
Phenomenal, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Now listen, you knew this was coming. I gotta you know
Mm-hmm. Got
take
to
a
drain
leak.
the urine snake, yeah.
Yeah. The the fans need to be entertained.
I got you.
So just don't say anything that can get the show taken off of
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah, yeah.
forever.
Alright. Alright, so anyways. Uh yeah, we're in that picture. We're look at the top right section, the full row, right? The one that's not cut off, like on the left side of the stairs. In the first row above the railing, like, okay, so you got like the floor and then the first section and then the second section. At the very bottom of the second section, two seats over, the black is me and the blue on the left of me is Landon. And the two guys on the left of us were like hollering and being real loud, but those guys were awesome. They were so into the wrestling, just like us. They made it like so much fun to be there. I love those guys. And anyways, watching Jamie Hart beat Julia Hayter's ass was phenomenal, and I can't wait to be there. Like, you don't understand how bad I want to get a front row ticket to a Jamie Hayter fight, or really just any AEW fight, because I mean these things are incredible, and as you can see, it's worth going to. It's worth the money. The actors are incredible, the wrestlers are incredible. The performances they put on are incredible. The speeches they give are incredible. Everything about it is just phenomenal. And there's a little bit of fakeness to it, like there is with all wrestling, and maybe it isn't as like intense and brutal as WWE, but man, I love AEW so much. It's so much fun going to these wrestling matches. And anyways, we've got Landon back.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want to start one of those if we end up going to another AW show.
So
At the top of my lungs. Whose house?
that'd be great.
I
So
know I started a woo. But
so while you were gone, you're like, all right, make sure they're entertained. I went, yeah, all right. I just clicked out of the voice thing. I scrolled up to Jamie Hayter's ass, zoomed in, and I started talking about AEW.
oh man, I mean Jamie Hayter, man.
Shout out Jamie Hayter.
I don't. We man, I know we keep saying it, but like, were you zoomed in on the
The one
the
with
one of
Julia in the
us in the
corner.
background? Or
Yeah,
okay, the one where we're in the background of it.
yeah,
I I cannot believe we actually made it to TV. I mean, you couldn't tell it was us unless you knew what we were wearing, but
yeah. But we were
we're
there,
now
and this
we're
time
now
not only are we genuinely going to be on
Technically,
TV, I'm getting a sign on TV.
you're gonna make sure we're on TV.
Oh yeah,
The tickets you're looking at in TV view.
yeah.
All right, I hope so. If we do go,
Well, we're going, man.
I hope. I hope.
Like I said, all you gotta tell your mom
Oh,
is, look, it's paid for. I'm going, and all I gotta say is, Larry, Christy, I hate to say this to you, but I'm not gonna be here from April 3rd to the 10th. So don't schedule me until the 11th. Got it? Thanks. They're gonna go, oh, okay. Well, what are you doing? I'm gonna go, well, me and Landon are going to New York, Philadelphia, Boston, and we're gonna watch 2 wrestling shows, maybe get some hookers, and they're gonna be like, I'm gonna stop you there, have fun. That's
well,
exactly how
not
it's gonna
Boston,
go.
Baltimore. Not Boston, it's Baltimore.
Did I say? Oh yeah, I did say Boston.
Unless you want to go to Boston.
I mean, that one's on the 11th or 12th, or no, it's not like the 19th. Like we'd have to stay for
I
like
don't
10
think there's
days.
a Boston show.
There's one, but it's like 10 days after. Like we'd be
Ooh,
spending a
okay.
ridiculously long amount of time there. And it'd cost like all of my money. Unless we came back here and
I'm
then
sure you
like
could.
took a train up there and then came back. But then that'd still be like $500 just to go.
What if there's Jamie Hayter?
If she's there, we're going. I'll put it that way.
So I would love to see Jamie Hayter live again.
Like I think around the time they started announcing who's going to be at those fights, if they announce who's going to be at those fights, let's say Jamie is going to one of the Boston shows instead of like the Baltimore one, then I say we cancel Baltimore, save that money, and then go to Boston and see Jamie. And then we'll still just have like a
And
New
then you
York
have
and
a couple
Philly
days.
trip for like 4 days and see some wrestling.
So yeah, I don't think they're doing any shows in New York when we're supposed to, plan to be there, right?
Unfortunately, not. No, they almost never do shows in New York, as it turns out.
It's
It's probably
unfortunate.
too expensive
I think
to
so.
get insurance for a show in New York.
I'm pretty sure it's their first time ever in Philadelphia, is what they said.
Oh, first time in Knoxville, first time in Philly,
We'll be part of AEW history times two.
and we're gonna be on TV twice during that history.
I think we should get there like super, super, super early, like the moment they open the doors. Be like, can we get a picture in the ring? We
Yeah.
wanted to in Knoxville, we didn't get a chance to. Can we do this now?
Mm.
Like
Just
I'm
like
talking, we get there like
just run a real quick camera out. Yo, we're in the ring, and just that's it.
like if we're gonna be the first people in line, and we're gonna have to wait to see if anybody from AEW comes out there to talk, and be like, listen, hey, come over here. We need to get a picture in the ring. Can you do this for us?
Hmm.
Do it for the vlog. You've heard of
Do it for the
vlog. I'm
vibe.
gonna say do it for the vlog. Do it for the vlog.
And they'd
It'd
probably
be,
let us in.
it'd be. I doubt it. I think it'd be more like an arena security thing to let us in, and I don't think they're gonna want to let us.
I don't know, man. Like if they say
Now,
doors
if we can get in
open,
contact,
like let's say event starts at 8, right? But doors open at like 6:30. If we show up at like 6 and we're outside and we're like, look, we'll give you $20, and whoever else stops us, we'll give them $20. Please, we want to take a picture inside the ring. That's it. We'll be in there for 10 seconds, take a picture, get out.
and then we'll just like hang outside the arena.
Yeah, because they're gonna say no, but they might say
Like,
yes.
and I'm like, we have our tickets. We're supposed to be here.
Or
We need to get in there
you know
and take a
what?
picture with the ring.
You know what? If they say no, we go, is your manager here? And then they go, do you really
And I
want
don't.
to talk to my manager? We'll go, if your manager has the potential ability to let us inside of the ring, yes, I would like to talk to your manager.
And I bet the manager doesn't let us either. But no, listen, is the building
But then,
owner
hold
here?
on. But then the manager comes out and we go, is your supervisor here? We'd like to talk to them. We get the supervisor out and we go, look, we showed up early because we just want to step into the ring for literally 10 seconds to take a picture. We'll give every single one of you here $20, please.
They'll have to, like, we'll work our way up to chain of command. We'll be like, listen, is Tony Khan backstage right now? Is the owner of the company backstage?
Yeah, and then Tony Khan's gonna be like, it's really up to building owners' permissions, because they're leasing the place out. We'll be like, get the building owner on the phone. I gotta know. Like, you leased this place, right? You got his number? Call him. Call him. I want to talk to him. He's like, fine. Hey, building owner, you own this arena, right? There's two crackheads here wanted to step in the ring for a couple seconds. Is that fine? Alright. Yeah, get in, guys.
It'd be all worth it.
Yeah.
Listen, Tony
They're banned from every future AEW show.
And Tony Khan will be walking us to the arena, whatever, and you'll have to ask him, like, listen, I've been trying to tell my man Landy Boy here that I can do these moves in the ring. Can I try, like, one out with, like, a training dummy or something?
No, you know what we gotta do? We gotta be like, hey, I really want to be a pro wrestler. Can we just try a move up here? And then Tony's gonna be like, no, absolutely not. And I'm just gonna German suplex you in the ring. I'm just gonna go, well, Landy Boy, it's now or never.
I want to see you pull off, like, one of those moonsaults off the top rope or whatever,
I could do that, easy.
Do what Kenny did off the scaffolding, but just, like, do it off the top turnbuckle.
Easy.
Did you ever think that, when you first met me and Sean, that you'd be planning a northeastern trip for the potential to watch wrestling?
No. Okay, look, I'll be honest. When I met Sean, I thought, this has to be like Jalen's retarded nephew that just unfortunately has a job here. And when I met you, I think this was like when you still liked, our one coworker a bit. And you're still talking to her a bit. And I was like, oh, they probably got a thing going. And, like, they're probably nerds or something. And then we all started talking. I'm like, oh man, these guys are awesome.
So I'm assuming you met Sean first.
I think Sean tried to talk to me a lot more first, but I kind of warmed up to you guys both at the same time.
It was like, if it wasn't for me running Toss Across at the same time as you running Balloon Pop, we would have never met. We would have met, but we would have.
I guess I'd say
that first day.
Yeah, I guess I'd say I probably was friends with Sean first because I worked with him way more than I worked with you because you were normally up top.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now, I used to hate going down to Country Fair, but thank God I did because I got to hang out with you and Sean and, the whole Country Fair gang.
And, I used to hate going up top, but then I'd see you and I'd be like, oh, Landy Boy.
Until you got put on 3-point alone. And you got pulled out 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
You know how many times I got pulled out of running 3-point alone?
Never.
0. Never.
Yeah.
Never. But they put you in 3-point alone. They see you're struggling. It's like, oh, Monica. Shout out Monica, though. We love Monica. She comes over and she's like, hey, can you swap out with Thomas and go run 3-point?
Mm-hmm.
Alone. Nobody's going to help you the rest of the night.
Yeah.
It's one of the busiest days of the park I've seen so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
Go run it. But shout out Monica. We love Monica.
Yeah. I still, think about calling her and asking to go home early, even though she doesn't work for Dollywood anymore.
I think you should just, on your last day, if you want to leave early, text her first and be like, last day, think I can leave early? Just see what she says, and if she says, yeah, goes along with it, show that to Larry. Be like,
yeah.
Oh, Monica said I can leave early.
Yeah, just be like, Larry, it's my last day. Can I go home early? And you're just gonna go, yeah, get out of here. I'm gonna go, well, thanks. But I was kind of hoping you'd say no so that I could show you that Monica said yes.
Man, I love Larry so much. Larry is awesome. He's like genuinely one of the greatest. Him and Christy both. I know we say this a lot, but they
Mm-hmm.
are some of the greatest bosses you will ever find at any employer ever.
Genuinely.
For dealing with such a stressful bunch of people, on top of the people visiting the park, they always, always are incredible, positive people.
Mm-hmm.
Love them both.
Yeah.
They
I
work at one
love
of
him.
the most annoying places in the entire Smoky Mountains, but they come into work. They make you want to be there. Shout out Larry. Shout out Christy. Truly, like we need to get Larry on here as an interview one time.
Yeah, whenever we're like genuinely famous and don't work in Dollywood, like I wouldn't get him on here in a month, but I'd get him on here in like 2 years.
It's like we want to shout out the people that made this possible. Me getting scheduled to work with you
Mm-hmm.
at that one fateful day before humanity would lose off brain cells forever.
You
It's
know,
us making a podcast. Anyway,
we really could say that Larry is responsible for this podcast. He could have never
we
scheduled
could
us
say that
together.
we could say that Larry is responsible for your love and Jamie Hayter.
He is? Dude, if
I
it
mean,
wasn't for
by you
Larry, I wouldn't be in love with Jamie Hayter. That's insane.
wouldn't even know who she is.
I gotta give Larry a hug when I see him.
I love Larry, man. Like whenever if I do end up visiting Dollywood at some point this season, like with family as a guest, first people I'm going to go see are Larry and Christy. I'm gonna go to whoever's at the register in the country fair or up top and be like, hey, listen, is Larry or Christy in the break room? They'll be like, yeah, yeah, what? Who are you? There's probably gonna be somebody new who won't know me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go in there, I'm like, I used to work here, I'm gonna go visit them. Okay, I'm gonna be out of uniform, but I'm gonna bust through the door and go see them.
They won't care.
You know, sure. I mean, people do it old people do it all the time, or old, workers, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
former workers. It's who wouldn't want to go visit them?
I just imagine me having like not worked at Dollywood for like a year, and I like bust into one of the offices, and I'm like, Larry, you here? And it's just Zach looking. He's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Get out of my office. I'm like,
Oh man,
where's Larry and Christy? They're off today. It's just me. Fuck.
oh. Hey, but that's pretty cool too. Have you ever even shouted at Zach?
uh, I think we did one time. Yeah.
Okay, shout out Zach. The 50% of the time he chooses to actually like engage in conversations and like people.
Yeah.
The other 50% of the time he's just like, he'll come to work. He's like, okay, I'm just here to work today. You
Mm-hmm.
know, no shame in that. But when you have like Larry and Christy to, live up to,
And Jalen
we
and
love Zach though.
Monica and
We love
Leah.
Zach. How long did you have Leah as a
Like 2
team
months.
lead? Yeah, bro, I had her for like over a year. Leah is awesome.
I remember one time it was probably June, I'd say, and I don't remember what I was on. I might have been on what you call it, Goblet Toss, and I think Isaiah and Bobby were over talking to Leah, and I just kind of walked over to them because those are the only two that I was like kind of friendly with at the time, and they were like, Leah, can I go home? Can I go home? And she's like, yep, yep, and I'm like, can I go? She's like, yeah, 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 you too, and like people were starting to line up a Goblin, and I just went, Nero, and just left.
Bro, I will be telling like if my children in the future want to work at Dollywood, I will tell them I will not allow you to work in games just because of the sheer amount of times you will have to run Goblet Toss. I am doing this for your own good. Now you can work at any other part of Dollywood you want, but I'm saving you from running Goblet Toss. I'm going to tell them that word for word. If they ask me to work at Dollywood, I will tell them yes, work in rides, work in the store, work in a restaurant. Just don't work at Goblet Toss.
Honestly, I think Goblet Toss
I mean, games is
might
the
be better than most other positions in the park. Like if you're on rides, all
listen,
right.
games is the best.
No, yeah, if you're on rides, you're there open to close plus however long the line after close lasts. If you're in the what do you call it, the gift shop, you don't leave till you're the last person in the park. If if you're a manager, generally you don't leave till the park closes, and you get there like way before it opens. You're pulling like 13-hour shifts every day. If you work in a restaurant, like you're cooking food, serving people, whatever, you're doing a lot more physical labor than goblet toss every day. Honestly, it might be the worst part of games. Yeah, goblet toss might be the worst part of games, but it's still probably one of the best things in the park, ironically.
I think games as a whole is the best place to work.
For sure.
But goblet toss really takes it down by a lot.
Yeah.
It could far and away be the best if they just got rid of goblet toss.
What would you put in place of it?
I'd put a gravestone that says goblet toss on it. We charge people $5 to pee on it. You can literally piss on the gravestone.
Literal R. Kelly card.
Like a whole. Ooh, what if we have like a Diddy chest, like Diddy chest board set up.
And then, when you pull out your R. Kelly card, you can also piss on the goblet toss gravestone.
Well, I'll be like, listen, for just $5 more, if one more voucher, you can buy or you can rent a goblet toss gravestone to pee on.
Yeah. Honestly, we should replace goblet toss with something, and then have like goblet toss gravestones as like a prize.
Nobody wants to run goblet. I've only met like 2 people who have ever enjoyed running goblet. One of them was this guy named Mike, who you worked there like before you got here. It's not the Mike that we love.
Yeah.
It's a different Mike.
Shout out that Mike, though.
And then there was, shout out Goofy Mike, bro. We love old Mike, Goofy Mike. He's awesome. And then Alistair loved goblet toss, apparently.
Yeah, that was their game.
Yeah, whatever Alistair was doing at Goblet to enjoy it, I wish I could do.
Yeah. I don't understand how anyone could enjoy that game, but I found a way.
I think Alistair said, I think word for word what Alistair said was, it helps, like, again, full quotation, it helps me relax by sorting the colors and shapes and numbers.
Autism. Got it.
Whatever. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about white, you will.
Self-diagnosed autism.
Like every single girl in high school has self-diagnosed depression at least once.
Yeah.
Posting sad Bart Simpson edits with Juice WRLD music.
I'm 13 and this is deep. Or whatever it is.
Same group of girls that go, or like, I guess any kind of, 13-year-old will go to like Queen or Bon Jovi or AC/DC YouTube comments and be like, I'm 13, but I listen to this song. I'm a freshman in high school. I was born in the wrong generation. I wish we had Queen in 2025.
Yeah.
Thank God I was never one of those kids whenever I was in high school.
Yeah,
would like go to.
It's corny, man.
They'll
Just
be like,
enjoy the music.
I'm 14 and I love Metallica. I wish I was born in the Black Album generation.
I mean, like, I do, but I'm not gonna say that on YouTube.
I wish I could have been in a Metallica concert during, like, the late 80s, whenever, like, Injustice for All came out, because that would have been insane to see live.
I wish I could have been born in, like 97, 98, so that I was, like, just conscious enough to, like, sort of remember 9/11. Like, I feel like that's, like, the one shortcoming in my life is I don't have any memories of 9/11, even though I was alive.
I wish I was 18 at the same time as Britney Spears.
Same. Dude.
Could you imagine being the same age as Britney Spears in her prime? She was like 18, 20 years old.
Yeah, dude, that's... Man.
Man, who like, what straight man would not want to be, alive at the time of prime Britney Spears?
I think Zach would convert for prime Britney Spears.
Man, I'm sure Zach would find that joke funny. I'm sure he would.
I'm sure he likes Britney Spears music. He likes Taylor Swift.
I mean, like Sabrina Carpenter,
Yeah,
apparently.
he's got to like,
Sabrina Carpenter.
yeah.
I know I went on this rant a few episodes ago. I just want to say it again. Not Britney Spears. I love Britney Spears. Sabrina Carpenter, though. Sabrina Carpenter's music is awful, overhyped, generic, unseasoned, white boiled chicken music. That's the best way to describe it. I'm not gonna go into the same exact rant again because I want to make that a one-time thing. I just want to say I hate Sabrina Carpenter. I hate her.
Understood.
Everything about her. I also feel that way about Olivia Rodrigo, bro. I hate Olivia Rodrigo.
I feel that
Could you tell me
way.
one song she made? Could you tell me one song she made that wasn't like overhyped by social media?
I can't tell you a song she made. I feel the same way
I'm pretty
about
sure
Lil
she made
Mabu.
like. Pretty sure all her songs sound the same. It's just like whiny teenage girl song. It's pretty
Hmm.
much all Olivia. All, God Almighty, Olivia Rodrigo does. Makes whiny teenage girl songs that 14-year-olds on TikTok find incredibly deep and sad.
Bro, I'm just waiting for Loaded Diaper to make a comeback.
Oh man. Remember when help me tell you about how the Roderick from the most recent Devil Kid movie got forced out of acting because people like ruined his career for being Roderick.
Yeah, the Not My Roderick.
Yeah, not my Roderick.
Yeah.
That I feel bad for him, but like he did awful acting as Roderick.
Yeah, it's terrible. Especially like when the first one was so good. I don't see how they like couldn't get that guy back.
I mean, Devin Bostick, whatever his name was, the guy
Yeah,
that did the
Devin
original Roderick,
Ballsack.
he he set the bar way too high. He's incredible.
Hmm.
You ever seen Talladega Nights?
Yeah, of course.
Did you know that the kid who played Ricky Bobby's youngest son also played Fragley in Diver with the Kid?
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah. The one that's yeah, I think his name's Texas Ranger, the one that plays the little kid. I'm coming at you like a spider monkey. That is Fragley from Diver with the Kid.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's insane that the Indian kid and Peyton List also from that Jesse show were also both in Diver with the Kid. It's when you start looking at the links between like different universes from Diver with the Kid, it's crazy.
Did you know the guy that
And we had the
plays?
two main characters didn't do anything after.
Did you know the guy that plays Hal in Malcolm in the Middle plays Walter White in Breaking Bad?
Walter White.
Yeah,
I knew. Who would have guessed?
right. Crazy coincidence.
I was like, it's. How gonna be like the biggest dynamic between two characters played by the same person?
Did you know one of the guys that played a lawyer in Law and Order also plays Michael in GTA 5?
No.
Yeah,
Ned Luke was
yeah,
Ned Luke was in.
Ned Luke was, yeah, it was in Law and Order.
Really?
Yeah, never would have guessed, man. His IMDb is wild. Like if you look at all the stuff he's been in, and then just GTA
I'm
5.
gonna, I'm gonna look at this.
Like
Should we share this on?
yeah, like Sean Fontino makes sense. Like he's uh fuck, who's the guy? Like Young Melee, I think his name is. The guy that plays CJ, he's his cousin, and he did voice acting for NPCs in San Andreas. So for him to get a character in 5, like that makes sense. Stephen Ogg, he had never done a video game before, but he always played these sort of intense, like psycho characters, so that wasn't out of his realm to play Trevor. But then Ned Luke, yeah, Boardwalk Empire, Law and Order, like, and then GTA 5. It's just
Let's see.
insane.
Let's get his upcoming. Oh, can I not see his upcoming projects? That sucks. Katana, Law and Order, All My Children, Johnny
Oh, I've
Zero.
seen As the World
As the
Turns.
World Turns. Did you know that he was in it?
I guess I do now.
Third Watch, Diagnosis Murder. So he seems like he's been in a lot of soap operas.
Yeah, yeah, he does a lot of cheesy stuff.
I mean, like this is like the most generic looking '80s
He's trying so hard to be Robert
monster.
De Niro, and it's not working.
I think I've seen this video somewhere before. I think I've seen that, that exact, grouping. Can't tell you where, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a grouping similar to that on an internet video somewhere.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, I think you do. That joke sounded a lot better in my head. I could have probably inflated that a lot better.
Yeah, man, shout out Ned Luke.
Ned Luke is awesome. Oh, you forget 1,000 things every day.
How about you make sure this is one of them?
That's an awful line.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic line, and it sucks that Ned didn't like it.
Ned Luke just like he's got such an interesting look to him.
He looks a lot like Michael from GTA, honestly. Like, it's almost like he's modeled after him, you know?
Crazy.
Yeah,
Who would have thought that a motion capture suit would make it look like the person?
I know,
Or a motion
right?
capture, I guess, game. Insane.
You know who I think should be the main character of GTA 7?
Um, Let me think here. Let me think.
You're never gonna guess.
Sean Blanchard. Sean Blanchard.
Not even close.
I think we should make a GTA game all about Sean.
I think we should too.
I think Sean lives an interesting enough life.
We'll call it Grand Theft Dolly, but it'll be about Sean.
And then it'd take place primarily in Pigeon Forge. That's perfect.
No, I was thinking GTA 7, right? It's probably gonna take place in Liberty City again, but probably in like the state of uh, Liberty, I guess. I guess that's how it would work, you know, like New York, New York City. Uh, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Think about Brock Lesnar playing the main character in GTA. Like, you know, he wouldn't be Brock Lesnar in the game. He'd be the character, but like, you know, like imagine the main character basically just being Brock Lesnar.
Imagine.
Like just being a 6'8", 350 pound buff white dude named like Jared, and you'd sell drugs.
I think the main character of GTA 7 should just be Ned Luke. Like not even like Michael DeSantis, just Ned Luke.
A different Ned Luke, like replica.
Like, Ned Luke playing himself.
Oh, just literally Ned in the game. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Ned Luke playing himself. What if they make Jimmy the main character?
That would be crazy. I mean, we know after the story of GTA, he just goes on to work at an arcade.
Like who doesn't love Ned Luke? Like look at this smile.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to kiss Ned Luke on the lips right now?
I'm a straight man and I would.
I love that Ned Luke and Dark Viper AU have like a sort of comedic friendly beef with each other.
Look at this.
And that's like an iconic photo. Same with that one. That's
Look at
Lamar on the
this.
left.
Oh, bro, the dude that plays Lamar is tall.
Yeah, and you can really tell in the cutscenes because in game they shrink all the characters down to be the same height, but in the cutscenes they're all accurate to their real height. And so with like Lamar and Dutch from Red Dead 2, because they're both like 8 inches taller than their in-game characters. When they're in a cutscene, they like tower over everyone else. And in that first scene where they're like, "Hey, can Lo come in your crib?" "Oh hell no, I'll see you at work." "Ah, don't get mad at me. You know, maybe if you got rid of that old yee ass haircut." And that scene when he leans over and does the, you know, with the N word, you can see like how tall he is because his character like arcs over Franklin from like 3 feet away.
Like, this is a phenomenal picture right here.
Hmm.
Now, it's Stephen Ogg looks like he doesn't want to be there, but
I mean, Steven's just a weird guy.
very strange guy.
Yeah, and
American Goth.
his interviews like never add up because like people always ask him about Trevor. And for the last like 5 years, he's been like, I fucking hate Trevor. I hope Trevor dies. I want them to kill off Trevor. Trevor's the worst thing that ever happened to me. No one knows me from me. They know me as Trevor. I fucking hate Trevor. Right? Like, all he talks about is how much he hates Trevor now. And then he just did an interview like a week ago, and he's like, I don't know where all these people got this idea that I hate Trevor, you know. Maybe I said it like in an interview one time, kind of jokingly, but no, I love it. You know, Grand Theft Auto was one of the best things that ever happened to me. It opened up my career so much. I found so many more acting paths, and you know, and he's like just talking nice about it. It's like, have you ignored what you said for the last 5 years straight, Steven? Have you not seen any of the interviews you've done where you straight up said you wish Trevor would die?
Perhaps not. Perhaps not.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a great job with it, but yeah, it's
And
kind of the only thing I recognize him from.
you know, Rockstar kind of sent a jab at him in GTA Online too. See, back on like the OG GTA on the 360, because they actually took him out in the Xbox One after 2018. You used to be able to meet Trevor in online, and he had submissions that you could do exclusively for him. And they took all that out after some time. And there's the Series A funding heist that you can do in the apartment, which you do with Trevor. That's still in the game, obviously. But in, I'm trying to think, whatever update gave you the air cargo and like the hangars and stuff. When you meet Ron in the hangars, he says, you know, my old mentor Trevor, he moved out of LS. He's like a lifestyle guru or something, doing yoga. You know, he's like not too sure what you know Trevor's been up to, and that's because around that time in real life, Steven had grown his hair out super long, and he was like dressing like a hippie everywhere he went. You know, with like the puffy headbands and wristbands and like bright shirts and like, you know, sunglasses, and you know, he's just like posting videos like tweaking out to Sublime in his truck, and or like walking along the beach, and like he almost seemed like a real life Trevor in a way, but he had turned into some sort of like a yoga hippie for a little while, and so Rockstar like sent a jab at him that way in online, and I think it was around that time, or slightly before that, that he had started saying he didn't like Trevor. So I wonder if there's some sort of animosity between him and Rockstar, or if, you know, maybe that was just like a friendly jab and maybe he's come back around to Trevor. I don't know, but man, yeah, Stephen Ogg's quite a weird character to wrap that all up.
Yeah, he's interesting.
He is.
Very interesting. How
I
long have been how long have you been recording?
We got about 30 minutes.
30 minutes. All right. It's always 2.5 hours in.
Yeah, just about.
Just about.
Shout out
Just
Jamie
a
Hayter.
boot. Shout out Jamie Hayter.
Shout out Jamie Hayter.
Shout out. Shout out Julia Hart.
What if we made a 3-hour podcast of us just saying shout out Jamie Hayter, and we titled it Shout Out Jamie Hayter and just uploaded that?
The April 1st episode. We got it.
Alright, we're doing that. I mean, realistically, it's gonna
Right.
be, we'll do like 15 minutes raw of us just saying like shout out Jamie Hayter, and like, you know, slightly different inflections that are just still kind of natural, and then I'll just loop that for 3 hours so you can never tell.
Fantastic idea. I love it.
Or like, maybe we could do like 2 different 15-minute clips of us being like shout out Jamie Hayter, and then, you know, I'll just like
Shout out
blend
Jamie
those
Hayter.
together, right? And then we'll have like
Yeah.
30 raw minutes of us saying shout out Jamie Hayter, right? Loop that over 10 times, but you swap them each time so that it takes even longer to pick up on the fact that they repeat. She'd never know if she saw it.
That has to get her attention, right?
Yeah,
Nothing else we do gets her attention. Like a 3 hour vlog or a 3 hour episode. It's called Shadow Me Hater.
I think we should still film like an outro for it at the very end, but we'll be like,
Yeah.
remember to use your signal, tip your waiter, and remember, shout out Paige Wooding.
I wonder if I just like at the very end, like shout out Megan Bain.
I think it'd be funnier if we just said Jamie's real name because the whole video is about Jamie Hayter.
I won't lie. I'm looking for a tier list for us to do because I feel like a tier list is kind of become our go-to like final segment. Tell me
Oh
why this
yeah.
stuff listed on the tier list website. Why is this the first thing listed?
You want to do it?
I don't know anything about anime.
Me
Screw
neither.
it.
No. I don't want. No.
Don't want to.
I mean, I'll do a tier list. I don't want to rank anime.
I thought you wanted to do all kinds of waifu smasher past tier list.
Hell no.
Let's see what we got on the homepage. Anything good?
I mean, I wish I could see it. That Intel Pentium was working its ass off. All 1.2 gigahertz
I'll
of
find us one. I will find us one. All right, Tommy boy.
it. Okay.
See here. Let me think of one that would be. Intel Pentium. That's. I really hope that this works.
Oh, what are we looking at for the
I-
viewers? Because we can't see it yet.
I'm going to share this. It's loading in ever so slowly.
Slowly indeed.
I mean, can you even see the? Yeah, you can't even see the tier list yet.
No.
What do you think happens first? We get connection on Discord's end, or all images finish loading in?
Huh?
What's going to happen first? Do you think we'll see the Discord call connect to the actual tab first, or do you think all of my pictures on the bottom of the tier list will load in first?
Well, I see it now, and there's no picture, so.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead. If you see the tier list now, I'll just hide all the pictures.
Oh wait, EW 2024, hell yeah. Can we get a F tier? While we're waiting?
Add a row below. And then I think we'll go with the same tiers here. Smash. Barely tappable. Bunny with extra P. Barely tappable.
Mm-hmm.
I was below barely tappable, like mid.
Wait, it was
Or-
Smash, Side Chick Material, Barely
Oh,
Tappable,
Okay, gotcha.
Caution Ahead, Duck for Cover, and Fugly.
A side chick. Barely tappable. Caution ahead, you said?
Yeah.
And then fugly?
Duck for Cover and then Fugly.
Okay. Duck. Recover. Now, hopefully at this point they'll... Nope, they still all haven't loaded in. Wow. Well, God forbid they all load in.
Yeah, well, we can get started.
I'm still not seeing our girl. I'm still not seeing our girl.
Yeah, I don't see her yet. I also don't know really any of
Is that
these
her?
women. Yeah, that's
That's
her.
her. Okay. The ones I do know, I'll say their names. The ones I don't know,
Yeah,
too bad. You
Jamie
won't get your
Hayter
name
S
said.
tier. Smash.
Right, real quick. We'll get to her. We're gonna do this
Hold on,
naturally. We
can
got
Jamie Hayter get her own tier above it? Smash. She can she get like wife material?
just go. It's great. God Almighty, my fingers
For
are
what?
freezing. I can barely type. God's greatest creation.
There we go.
The ads on tier list,
Yeah.
whatever tiermaker.com are
Yeah,
saying.
God
Ruby
handcrafted
Soho.
Jamie Hayter.
We got Ruby Soho.
Shout out Jamie Hayter. Um, man.
A tattooed, short-haired chick.
Uh, man, side chick material.
I was gonna say either side chick or barely tappable. So
You know,
I'll give you side chick. I feel like
goth
I'll give you
muscle
side
mommy.
chick.
Okay.
I don't know who this chick is. Look like the black chick that played Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Caution ahead or
Yeah,
duck for cover. Or duck for cover.
I think caution ahead. She got a
Caution ahead. Yeah,
she got like an alien shaped head. Like I'm scared she'd abduct me.
I don't know who this chick is
Me neither.
at all.
She got
Side
nice
chick?
titties, but yeah,
Side
side chick material.
Side chick material it is. Now, whoever this chick is, I recognize the face but not the name.
Uh, barely tappable maybe.
I was thinking, yeah, Papa Barrel tappable.
Okay.
No words needed. No words needed.
Not a single one.
No words needed.
I can't see the next one yet. Or yeah, it's got like a Skeletor type build going on.
So you know where I want to put her.
Yeah.
Smash.
Oh, I was thinking the other end.
Okay, so we'll meet in the middle. We'll put barely tappable.
Okay.
The middle of Smash and you know. Anyway, Chris Statlander.
Um, like somewhere in between barely tappable and side chick.
Papa barely tappable.
Yeah, we can go with that. Or bottom of side chick,
Timeless
either
Tony
one.
Storm. Timeless Tony Storm.
Uh, I don't think she's that hot, and I think the old timey character gimmick is kind of weird.
I like if you saw like her like with old gimmick, she'd be a lot better looking. I think she's solid like side chick material, but if you want to put her somewhere else, up to you.
I mean, I was thinking like caution ahead, so we can meet in the middle at barely tappable.
Yeah, we'll put her above her. Willow Nightingale, I believe, is who this is.
Duck for cover.
I mean, like she a
Cute,
little
but she's
she a little
fat.
curvy.
Yeah.
She's a little curvy, but
Look,
she
I'll
is kind
call
of
a
cute.
bitch fat. I don't care.
We'll give her that. This chick.
And oh
Duck for cover?
yeah, she don't look that good.
Because when this is like the lowest of the low.
Yeah, no, I mean
Next
she's
up we
better
got
than that, but ain't great.
Soraya, formerly known as Paige. She had some internet videos leaked about
Oh,
8 to 10 years ago. under the WWE name Paige. I'll just throw that out there for you, Tommy boy.
So, I mean, if she's been smashed, you could say smash again, right?
Yeah, even when you consider normal looks, sure.
Yeah.
Don't know who this chick is.
Uh, either side chick or smash for me, honestly.
I was gonna say barely tappable, so we'll put her at the bottom of side chick.
Okay.
All right, next up we got her.
Uh,
Uh,
man, she looks
can't
like an Olympic
decide,
runner. Like
right?
she looks like if you brought her to like the African savannah, she could like run down like a gazelle, tackle him to the ground, and like snap their neck and like drag it home and cook you dinner with it. Like she looks like an alpha woman, but she's like a 7 out of 10 alpha woman, maybe like 8 out of 10 alpha woman. Uh,
Mash or side chick is the question.
it's side chick,
Mash.
side chick.
Okay, I didn't know if you said not side chick or whatever, but I'm gonna swap those two around.
Okay.
Don't know who this is either, but
Oh
no words
man,
needed.
yeah,
Yeah, no words.
big ass forehead, piss color hair.
Uh, yeah, I don't know who that. I have no clue who she is. We got her up next.
And
It looks like Aunt Cassie from Big Hero 6,
shit,
whatever her name
side
was.
chick.
Yeah, we'll go side chick. I do know who the next one is. That is Julia Hart.
Oh yeah, she has the heart on her eye. It, uh, shit,
Yeah.
smash, man. We saw that ass jiggling in person. We know
Yeah,
what that's
yeah,
about.
yeah. Absolutely, positively, no
I
words
saw those
needed.
cheeks with my own eyes, shaking in the ring. All right.
Uh, I have no clue what her name is now, but I know in WWE she was Ember Moon.
Uh, the I don't want to. I don't want to get racist. Uh, I will say duck for cover.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. We got Riho next.
All right, got
Weighs,
it.
if I remember correctly, not even 100 pounds.
Gotta be honest, man. I'm not into the like it's
She
some
looks like an. You know the female you're speaking of earlier. Whenever you first started working at Dollywood. It's just I'm gonna make a connect. I'm gonna make a connection. It's
okay.
gonna make sense. Remember the one you said that I was speaking to at one point.
Yeah.
This looks like an Asian version of her.
Uh,
Just, like think of it for a
I
moment.
can
Try
see
to
it.
picture her next to the one we're looking at right now.
I mean, her face is a little more squished together,
Cool.
you know. Yeah, I mean, build's the same for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was gonna say, there's this thing with Asians, like you see with like Japanese and Thai and Singaporean and Korean, like they put like white powder on their already insanely pale faces, and I'm like, are you trying to look like a ghost? Like, put some darker on, make it look like you see the sun. Like, goddamn. For that reason, I
I
gotta
think
put
she's
it at like duck for cover. Like if she
fine.
didn't have that fucking makeup on, it'd be like an easy like side chick, but just the paleness ruins it. I'm not
Britt
a fan
Baker,
of melanin.
DMD.
I'm not a big fan of melanin, but like there's melanin in this skin. It's not just ghostly white.
You got
Anyways,
Britt Baker now. She's actually has a dentist license, a dental license, I should say.
that's crazy. Smash, maybe
I was
side
gonna
chick.
say, I was gonna say side chick, so we'll put her like top of side chick.
Okay.
No words needed.
I mean, yeah,
She looks like a
yeah.
man.
Now that
She
you
looks like
zoomed
a
in,
man.
now that you zoomed in, I'm like, yeah, you look like you're related to Dwayne Johnson.
Uh, her.
Wait, is that one of Roman Reigns' long lost female cousins?
Who knows at this point?
Yeah,
This chick in the gray.
man, uh, nice honkers, gold chain's pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of the like the dark roots and into the naturally blonde hair. Like something about that always like throws me off. Like you can see that girl in the bottom right, that's totally natural. But this chick, you can tell she dyes her hair. Not into it. Uh,
Up for
caution
cover,
head.
caution ahead.
Yeah,
Caution
caution
ahead.
head.
Okay. Uh, this lady.
Uh, I don't know. What are you feeling on
I
this one?
I'm feeling duck for cover.
I mean, I guess it hasn't zoomed in. Yeah, okay. I think caution ahead. It's not quite duck for cover material.
End of duck for cover then, or not the end of duck for cover, but the end of caution ahead.
Hmm.
We'll go to the end of caution ahead.
The top of fugly is
Next,
staying the top of fugly. That's never changing.
yeah, hold on. Actually, no. This should go bottom of Fugly. This should be like worst of the worst.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just like we had Bangladesh and whatever else all the way
Yeah.
at the bottom.
Her. See, like she's not like piling on the white powder, whatever.
Yeah. Uh,
As you recall from my top 50 celebrities, I kind of have a soft spot for a certain brand of Asian females, for when they're like
say
very very attractive.
I'm thinking either
She's
either
kind of like right behind
like
them.
barely tappable or side chick material.
I'll go top barely tappable.
Okay.
Ahead of Chris Statlander for sure, I would say.
God, we're one away from
I'm
greatness
looking at
here.
this chick over Statlander. Low key,
Side chick.
that's that chick.
All right.
That's
Up next, no words needed. Jamie Hayter, God's
yeah.
greatest gift.
Let me zoom out. I'm gonna skip. Like it would be disrespectful to even have to move her up through the other tiers. She's shooting straight to the top. She doesn't even have to like look at anybody else. God's greatest creation for sure.
Hmm.
Like God created Jamie Hayter. He took a look and he said, "I have created perfection."
Who would have thought that every event in my life would have led me up to being a Jamie Hayter simp?
Jamie Hayter.
Oh no. Oh, you're back. Okay. Man,
Okay.
no words needed.
I don't think there are any words needed at all.
It looks like a South Park character.
Okay.
Honestly, I think we got like three side chick materials in a row.
Yeah, I mean, where do you think she falls?
Actually, no, I'm gonna say. Oh no, I'm gonna say barely tappable for all three. I think they're just under side chick material.
You think
Maybe,
she's barely tappable? I'm gonna say,
maybe side chick material for the Latina, the third on the right. The one in the middle
okay,
definitely
I
barely,
was
and
gonna
the one
say
on the
for her
left maybe
caution
barely.
ahead. You said she's barely tappable. I said caution ahead, so we'll put her top of caution ahead, I guess.
Okay.
Thunder Rosa? You want to put her in barely tappable?
The one with the face paint? I mean, the facial structure is just a bit manly. Like, kind of reminds me of, like, Badger from Breaking Bad.
Fair point. So, I would put her in side chick. So I guess, where do you want to put her?
I was thinking barely tappable.
Can we put her bottom side chick then?
Top of barely tappable?
I've been giving you
Yeah,
the
yeah,
benefit
okay.
for most of them.
If for, like, all of
I
them,
don't know who
honestly.
I don't know who
I can
she
give you a
is.
couple. Me neither, but I was also thinking barely tappable. Or maybe side chick.
We'll go top of barrel tappable. Uh, so not fugly, but
Duck for cover?
up for cover. Oh man.
Uh, God, that, like, that's not even a 5 head. Like, that's, look, I got a genuine 4 head.
But
That's not even a 5 head. That's like a 6 head. Like, that is a insane
but
dome right there.
Army boy.
Dog, those are plastic, I'm telling you right now.
Listen, man. I'm going to go to side chick. I don't know about you. I don't know where you want to rank her, but I want to go to side chick.
Look, she got a 6 head. She got just a plain ass face, and she got some plastic titties. All right, that is like duck for cover material, maybe fugly material. No, it's definitely fugly material.
Okay, so we'll go to the middle. We'll go to the top of caution ahead. We'll meet in the middle.
Okay.
Next up.
Uh, no words.
This is a man, by the way. This is a man in drag. This is a man in drag. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I have to let you know. This is a tranny. This is, a one of those. This is a literal man.
Yeah, no words.
No words needed whatsoever. Dare I say it? Dare I say it? Bottom.
Uh, I, I don't know. Yeah, I still know words
No words
needed,
needed.
but I just that freak, man. I don't see how that's not the bottom. Like politics
Well,
and real life issues
this one's
aside,
actually
like,
this one is a real woman.
okay, look, like, gender aside, just going on all out looks, you cannot tell me that radioactive freak is not the ugliest thing at AEW.
If I can find a picture of I mean, if you want to see a picture of the all-out freak with no makeup,
Sure.
man, I managed to find a picture of all-out freak. He said, no makeup.
Is that actually their name? Oh, too
Abaddon,
bad.
yes.
Oh man, that still not great.
But it's better.
Uh, Maybe if we got some more, cause I'm looking at that one on the top left, and it ain't that good.
I wish there was a way to like stack them. It'd be like they could both share a last spot. But
Yeah.
listen, this is going on, as female, and I've never heard of any female that has a little, pecker. So I've never
All
heard of a
right.
female with
All
a
right.
pecker at all. I'm sorry, I
Well,
cannot. I can.
Okay, I mean, hermaphrodites are a very rare, naturally occurring thing.
No, but this is a man.
I know, but I'm saying
If you heard
there are like
if you
a
heard
few
if
hundred
you
chicks with dicks out there
if you
that
heard the
just
voice,
for real got them.
if you heard the voice, Tommy boy, you know.
Well, yeah,
Next up,
side chick smash.
side chick smash.
Yeah,
Put it at the bottom of side chick. I was thinking barely tappable. And finally, we got Ty Conti.
smash, right?
Brazil. Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna zoom. Like again, this is another one. There's like skip over. I mean, I think this is a pretty good list.
I think this is maybe our most accurate list yet.
We had the most agreement on these.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to agree on women when they're wrestlers, you know.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are questionable decisions to have on. You know,
Yeah, I mean, there's some we were, polar opposites on, but for the most part, we're right there.
yeah. It's like, I feel like the bottom tier was pretty much complete agreement.
Yeah, the top and bottom was complete agreement. Everything in between was like kind of figuring it out.
The top two tiers, perfect.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, there's nothing that changed here. Even in terms of like the order we had them in.
yeah, yeah, it's perfect.
Now, I don't know how you feel about Brazilians, but this chick right here, one of the finest Brazilians I've ever seen. Like Brazilians, Tommy Boy.
Uh, a little too dark for my taste.
I hope you realize we have British women in the top four.
Fuck.
Yeah, yeah. We only have one. I don't even. Isn't Julia Hart American? I think she is.
Yeah, I think so. But man, you know what? Maybe I was wrong about British women. I'm pretty sure I. But no, you know what? I might not be wrong. We haven't seen how all these women are gonna age. Because I said all British women start hot in their teens and 20s, and then once they get like past their 40s into their 50s, they all turn into just goblins and gargoyles and ghouls.
That's how like most British men are too. It's like either age of like 22, they are going to be One Direction like models, or they're going to be some ugly creatures, and that's going to last for like probably the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
But then the ones who are model, are going to end up maybe like looking all right, decent for 30 years, and then they're going to start looking like goblins too. You ever seen an
British people
attractive
don't
like
age well.
old? You ever seen an attractive person over the age of 50 in Britain?
No. Well, oh,
You
Jason
haven't been like
Statham
okay, Jason Statham. That's the only one.
and
We have
Daniel
like George
Craig.
Clooney. We have George Clooney. We have Jennifer Aniston here. We've got who else has aged
Jay
gracefully?
Leno.
Jay Leno, sure.
He doesn't look any different than he did back then. He's not a looker, but he doesn't look any different.
Fair point. Fair point. It took up almost the whole half hour we needed. Wow, that was perfect timing.
Yeah, I mean, we can call it here if you want.
Sure, sure. Let me stop sharing. All right, got anything you want to go over before I remind our lovely, lovely viewers or listeners of their daily affirmations?
I do actually. I got 5 things I want to talk about.
Ooh.
First one, shout out Jamie Hayter. Shout out Jamie Hayter. Shout out Jamie Hayter. Shout out Jamie Hayter one last time. Shout out Jamie freaking Hayter. Drink your Haterade, bitches.
All right. That being said, remember to use your signal. Tip your waiter and let they suck. remember, if you're not first, you're last.